Apparently, it's not live yet. There we go. I love it. Now, for those of you watching, because this Phoenix Buns team has been so bad, your boy has the Battlehawks playing on the other side of his monitor. So if you hear me getting excited about not the game, Caw, baby. Okay, that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. I hope everybody's doing well this fine Sunday evening. Back from solving the conflict. Man, bro, what I know. So is Bradley Beal playing today? And is he going to drop 2 points this time? You know what I mean. Okay. Says you're muted. They say you're muted, Gabe, because you know you're not a professional.
This is a private conversation between us and the playback Freddie Freeloaders.
That's true. That was a playback. Exclusive conversation.
Just for the freeloaders.
Annie Wilkins too.
That's a good intro song. It's kind of cool to use DMX like that.
DMX from New York.
It's just dope. Like, it's dope to have a retro sick song like that for your intro instead of using NBA young boys gibberish.
It's not enough. I'm waiting for somebody to have TV off as their intro video, bro.
That's what I'm waiting for. Didn't somebody have that verse us already?
I don't know. I'll start, but we're not going to talk about it.
All right, guys. 43 watching. What's good? Help us out, please. Hit that like button for us. Tell you what, if we get 100 likes in the first quarter, which likely won't happen, but if we do, I'll kick Metro out of the Discord. That could be nice.
Now that is worth it.
That could be nice.
Now that is worth it.
He needs to face some adversity, you know? He's doing he does too much. He does too much.
Word. That is the perfect word. Adversity for Metro, okay? Adversity for Metro.
We'll get him up out of that Discord, you know? It's like we're not going to win this game, but we could win in that way. You know what I mean?
His second game back, four-time All-Star Devin Booker, Ryan Dunn, Royce O'Neal, and Nick Richard, the Suns' big man.
All right.
In the starting lineup tonight. For more on Bradley Beal and maybe tap it.
Haydot says 50 by Brunson, bro. Only if he needs to. Only if he needs to play that long. I don't know if he's going to need to play long enough to get.
I'm not gonna lie, that shirt's looking good.
I'm looking for a Flugrad wedding ring, but she got the wrong hand showing.
Why are you looking? Aren't you a married man?
I'm just checking to see for you since you're so interested in her
Oh,
shirt.
stop it.
Okay.
You're being ridiculous.
Bradley Beal smiling through it all, baby. Doesn't care. He's robbing the Suns. He's robbing the NBA. He's in the NBA, you know, and he's smiling. So,
Call Nation, baby. First points on the board for your St. Louis Battle Hawks. It's pretty bad when I'm more excited about UFL football than I am about NBA basketball. You know what I'm saying?
with perfectly good reason. That's the weird part, is that not one soul in this chat would question you for it. At this point in the season, no one's going to question you.
Yeah, it's true.
You know.
Also, the Battlehawks are actually like one of the best teams in the UFL. So,
but aren't there like 7 teams in the UFL?
Sir, there are 8. Okay, get it right.
Let's go.
Okay, but that don't matter, bro. We're here to win a league, bro.
Look at this super charged roster versus ours. Look at this Knicks roster, bro. It is insane, the talent they have. Our team's supposed to be supercharged too. They ain't.
But we're not.
They show ain't.
We're like
Josh
Volt,
Hart.
right? The energy. You remember Volt? The soda that came out. It was supposed to be energy drinks, but it wasn't. It was just crappy tasting Mountain Dew.
Yep.
We're Volt, and the New
Phoenix
York
Volt.
Knicks, and the New York Knicks are
Baja Blast.
Are bang.
Yeah.
Zambuki, yeah, I was actually supposed. Here's the deal. Gabe is very lucky because he's lucky that I promised him I would be here today. And because this morning I was offered a free ticket to the Battlehawks game today. And I was like, I really want to go, but
I wouldn't have blamed you.
I made a promise to Gabe that I would be here, so I'll just go to another
That makes
one.
it sound like I called you and begged and was like, "You gotta be there, promise me."
That's not what happened.
And you were like,
"Okay, no,
all right,
no, I
promise.
just done misses a 3." That's not what happened.
Exactly. That's what you're making it sound like.
I texted Gabe and said, "Hey, sorry that I wasn't the last game. My basement was flooding. It was nuts." Anthony, can we just talk about how Cat probably traveled, but we're not going to talk about it?
You talk about it while I take a sinus pill. My eyes and nose going.
Not enough sleep tonight. Bradley Beal passes to your boy Nick Richards. Booker. Pick. Now he picks his up his dribble, kicks to Beal. Beal, pick from Richards. Beal driving. Beal, pass to Dunn. What a pass from Beal to Dunn. Done with the reverse-ski layup. Appreciate you. Mikal Bridges. Revenge game, I feel like. I just feel like this is a Mikal jail bridge game. Or Mikal jail revenge game, not a bridge game. Mikal, fadeaway, yumper, good. In. I don't know whose face that was, but that was beautiful by Bridges. Booker. Dunsky, skip pass to O'Neal. O'Neal for 3. No good. Done with the rebound, though. Man, offensive rebound kicks to Nick Richards, lays it in. Game is tied 4-4. Black Ketchup says, this is where the Suns turning around and make a statement. Please quit. How far out are we from the 10 seed?
I don't want to talk about it.
What do you mean you don't want to talk about it? I mean, like, you need to tell me how far out we are.
I don't need to tell you shit. Okay? Okay? That's not important anymore. That part of our lives is over. 1 second, Ernesto. Let me see if I can find you one over here. Hart misses the 3. Rebound by OG. Back to Cat. Cat to the rack. Nice and easy. Too big. Everyone else is too small. No resistance. Book for 3. Wow, hits it. Top of the key.
And you got to go at Brunson, too. You know, like, again, he's coming back from injury. And he'll fight you defensively.
Back now that my PC decided to go nuts. You missed my whole conversation.
What'd you say?
I said we're 2 games back from the Kings. I just looked. We got Golden State, Sacramento up here. We can do this game. We got 5 games left. We can make it happen. Done.
I mean, we really can't though. That's the thing. Like,
why? We're 2 games back, bro. What if the Kings just do
the
what
Kings
we do?
are falling apart. The Kings are.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure.
so
But
what if we don't? What if we? I don't have hope, Toasty. I'm just trying to sell Gabe on it right now, just because it's fun to try to get him to be like.
And you do
yeah,
bring up.
Yeah.
You do bring up a interesting point.
And we
is that
play them so we can make up the game easily. So we can do this. We can make the play in.
Just really doesn't seem like we can. Like,
No,
we're that bad, and
no.
the guys we're going up against are that good.
Well, we're playing Golden State, so we're playing Golden State next. So, but if we win tonight, I'd say let's give ourselves a chance. As Beal misses a layup because I hate this man.
Beal just smoked an open
heel
layup,
turn.
bro.
Officially, well, I've already officially heel turn, but now this is a
You're turning the
nail
other
in the
heel.
coffin heel turn, bro.
Yeah, that was rough. Not gonna
Stand
lie.
this guy, Bradley Beal, dude. Booker. Do Beal. Bradley Heel is for sure 2K guy. Bradley Beal, floater, not good. Because you suck.
See, if
You're
Beal
St.
would have
Louis,
came out and
a
just
bad name.
if he could have just
A
kept
bad
his
name.
right, he's pulling a Jordan Goodwin. I'll never trade with the Wizards again.
Gosh, this man's not from St. Louis. Stay away. Don't ever come back either.
If he would have acted differently, if he could have just kept his composure and not had to talk that shit, I would still I would still feel bad for him. But now it's like, dude, you know.
I agree. If you wouldn't have been like, I have a no trade call, so I'm smiling, it would be fine. But no, you had to say it.
But let's talk about you.
No, I'm done taking up for this man. What?
No, because you're a little bit petty sometimes.
Correct.
And if you were playing for the Battlehawks,
oh my god.
Okay.
Speaking of which, let me turn that back
let's
on.
say you were playing for the Battlehawks, and their fans were talking about how you ain't shit. You're ruining our team. Fuck your wife's business. Get the fuck out of town. I think you would say something a little sideways at some point, and I would too.
Hey, I would too, and that's why.
Hey, that's some bullshit.
But that's why at the time, wow, Booker. That's why at the time I was like, when he said it, I was like, I don't blame him. But you know what?
But then you come in here and you ain't ready to play, and you can't make it. You can't make yourself look good. It's like,
thank you. That's the point. That's the point.
So you want to talk shit and not be ready to play?
The point I'm trying to make right there.
Yep.
Exactly. Whack, bro.
Suns
you
are
watch
winning
Tubi?
everybody.
You watch Tubi? Is that your?
All
stuff right
I
there?
know about Tubi is that, you know.
Hey, Tubi got some bangers on there, bro.
Do they?
No. What you mean?
I saw an
It's
advertisement
Tubi.
for Tubi that had one good movie on it. Reese, I'm trying to think what it was. I think it's old, but I was like, whoa, Tubi's got that? But
Turn this heater off because I'm starting to have back sweat.
turn this heater off. Turn this heater off.
Turn this heater off. Turn this heater off. Turn this heater off. Turn this heater off.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Not that guy.
Maybe I'll start selling my back sweat to freaking Burner and Metro for some side money, bro.
Just take a jar up the middle of your back and just like scrape it up
Oh,
your
that's
back.
disgusting, bro. You just made it worse. All right, I was trying to make a innocent joke, and you just had to give
Burner
visuals.
would love it though.
Terrible, bro. Oh my gosh, I hate you so much.
No. Burner would be like, I'll pay a premium if I can be the one bottling it.
They're dancing in
Mike
high
Levinson
heels.
just
and that
watched
is
the
nuts.
thing. Michael Evans, what was The Thing? Is that like a horror movie?
The Thing? You don't know The Thing, bro? It's like, didn't they redo it? The Thing, bro. It's like, they're in like, or they're in Antarctica or are they in the North Pole? Which one is it? Either way, they're like in the snow and like they're getting infected by this thing called The Thing. It's in them. And you don't know who's infected by it. Like there's an old scene in the old movie where one dude, they're trying to give a dude what's that called? A defibrillator. Clear, right? And they get to do it, and then the thing is in this person, and it like opens its mouth and bites this dude's hands off. No, it's like one of the craziest parts of the entire movie.
Sweat Tea with a $2 donut says trade everyone. Thank you, Sweat Tea. Well, let's hear what Beal has to say.
They build their chemistry throughout the year, so I'm just proud of Coach Gold and the entire team. They worked their tails off.
Talking about the Gators, don't care. Haydot had asked, did I hear what Terrence Howard said about Diddy? Yes, I did, and it was hilarious.
Didn't. What did Terrence Howard
And I have
say?
a different, I'll tell you, but I also have a different story to tell you, a wrestling story, a Vince McMahon story.
Okay. Manny Wilkins, big run. Battlehawks.
Come on! I hope you haven't heard this Vince McMahon story, but first I'll tell you what Terrence Howard said. So Terrence Howard, you know, Diddy's a big-time music guy.
Yes.
Terrence Howard has some musical talent himself.
Trying to do something you two couldn't do.
Okay.
Larry Mishaw.
Diddy invites him over to play some of his music because he's thinking about, like, hey, man, I might want to produce some of your stuff, you know? So he comes over, plays the piano for him, plays some songs. He says Diddy's just staring at him the whole time.
I mean, Terrence Howard is a good-looking man, and now that we know what
great-looking man,
we're not going to put it. We're like, we now understand.
He's a great-looking man. Okay. And so I think it was Terrence Howard's agent or whatever was like, yeah, Diddy called. He wants to see you again. And Terrence is like, for what?
Oh, so.
And his agent goes, I think he's trying to fuck you. And he was like, okay, well, we ain't doing that no more. Because, well, that's the end of seeing him. Sweet Tea, $2 dono said, what's my name, Gabriel? Sweet Tea?
Tough physical, much better defensive team.
He says, trade everyone, and a while ago he now says, what's my name? I don't know. This is Vince McMahon's story.
Okay. So, I'm sure you've heard about the flights from hell with McMahon. Does that ring any bells? How did Royce get that lefty layup to go? Did I say Sweat Tea? That's funny.
Anyway, what's his
Change
man
it,
story?
though. Are you familiar with the flights from hell?
Yes, I remember the series from the Dark Side of the Ring.
Okay.
In the flight, are you talking about the big flight from hell with where Ric Flair goes crazy?
Not the big flight from hell. Not the big flight from hell. This is a Kurt Angle special.
Okay. Oh, Gillespie with the steal. Gillespie with the drive.
Show him, Gillespie. Show him you can smoke a lay. Ooh, Gillespie pickpockets.
I love you, Gillespie.
Now give it to Goosey. We'll take it. That's fine. I might wait till commercial. I'll tell it through commercials.
You want to know? You know what I mean?
Hey, 80.
Saw with college starting those 8 games in the month of March. Forget what his height is. He's just going to
call me Uncle Ruckus, if you know what I'm saying. We need more white boys on the team because we all know that the white boys, they hustle.
It's an honor to watch you play, Colin Gillespie.
See, charged by Devin Booker, light skin.
You're telling me he wasn't in the...
I don't know if he was.
Restricted?
First down, Battlehawks.
Felt like he was directly under the rim. Anthony said Kanye's got a new song, WW3. Oh, God. I can only imagine.
Right? And so he's got to read that. But look at that defense right there, and then that effort.
Kanye's got a new song called World War III. For real?
And just stripped him.
I'm gonna guess it's not good.
Once again,
Hey, don't talk about Kanye like that.
Well, he's going through some
Denzel
things.
Mims on the Battlehawks. That's crazy. He was supposed to be a big deal in the NFL and never made it.
Yo, you see that shove off from OG? They just allow that? That's crazy.
They allow it now. They allow it now.
He's got a new album out.
Never mind. That's a private conversation.
Booker driving past Anunoby, gets his
Booker,
shot.
Not yet, Katie,
almost
I'm
got
good.
it. Almost kicked it.
I'll wait to eat.
My guess is yes, based on
Katie.
We got our barbecue place, and she said that all of a sudden, because they have
And you're right-handed.
they have peach cobbler always,
Go into your shot.
which I'm a big fan
You have
of.
to bring it
But
across
even
to the
better,
other side.
right now they
But
have
yet say
apple
it's not
cobbler.
a rhythm of trying to shoot the ball.
And so we got app cobb. Okay, book to the rack, doubled, maybe tripled, truly tripled. Out to Osa. What a pass from twin to twin. From C to shining
Touchdown,
C. What up, Adam?
Battlehawks. Let's go, my guys. My guys.
Who's y'all's
That's right. Wade Phillips,
who's y'all's QB?
quarterback.
Well, you really love the way
Manny
the Suns
Wilkins, and then we have
competing
Max
the way they're
Dugan as the
playing.
backup.
It's something about this building
Sounds
that
white.
brings the best out of individuals.
Well, Manny
They know
Wilkins
who
is
they
not,
are.
but Max Dugan is super white from TCU.
Get up for playing
That's
here.
one I'm saying sounds
In this
like
building,
Max
then I don't know
Dugan.
if you can get up for
Oh,
basketball
for sure.
at all. And
check your pulse, right?
it seems like
Just
the
chilling
Suns
at
are
him,
really ramped
you
up
know,
here.
getting through this
They
season,
have forced 7 New York
trying to get this shit to
Ray
end.
Goose.
Goose?
Glides it.
Ooh, I thought he was going to white fly at him. I thought he was going to do
Dude,
it.
he's hit some crazy layups.
I want a Sundo Gabe versus EB Tory WWE. Now listen to me. Now listen to me. We
We
can
need
make
Eric
that
Brandt in a singlet though. We need him in the
the Big Show singlet.
the Big Show sing. Well,
Have to play those two together.
Well, just have Eric come out with the Big Show. music,
Gotta
bro.
be
That would
good.
awesome, bro. That would be great. Who would Tory would be? Who would Tory be as a wrestler? Let's start there.
Let me
Would
think.
he be Edge? Would he be? He would definitely be Edge. Like heel Edge is who he would be. Pretty boy heel. You know what I'm saying?
List. Yeah, that's a short, long list.
I think Tory would definitely be Edge or Christian. Chris Jericho.
Jericho popped into my head a little bit.
Yeah, but
Jericho
Tory
could
seemed
be
like the
good.
trash
We'd have to
talker
really
like
gas him
Jericho
up
is, you know
to
what I mean?
trash talk.
That's
We'd
what
have
I'm
to get
saying.
him to
Tory-
trash talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying he'd be Edge, because Edge is like the perfect, right? Tory should be JBL. Yeah, the wrestling god.
I could see him being kind of I think he could be a John Cena type.
What? How? I don't know about all that.
Baby face.
Tory? Tory a baby face to who?
Doing the white rapping shtick. You know? I can see it.
To who?
You know? All right, so I've been watching a lot of wrestling interviews now, so I'm
God
getting,
says y'all are hilarious. Appreciate you, bro.
thanks, man. I'm
Appreciate you.
watching. I'm getting caught up on Broken Skull sessions.
Okay. That's a good place to start. I like
God,
it.
they're so good. I listen.
so
to
good, are
all
they
of them,
not?
bro? Oh my God. So I don't know if this is where I heard it. I think this was actually more of just one of those like big like interviews with a crowd, you know, like where they sit down with wrestlers. I can't think of what it's called, but anyways, so Angle tells this story about Vince McMahon. He says they were coming back from Asia.
Okay.
And Vince rented out this dope charter plane. He's like white seats, white leather seats, white carpet. Every seat was a first class seat. For everyone got their own first class seat.
Mm-hmm.
And he said Vince was he was feeling frisky that night. Okay?
No,
He goes, he
not
was feeling
Vince, not
frisky.
Vince.
And so he goes, he was already down 2 bottles of wine and on his 3rd bottle of wine. Okay. So he's like, Vince is just the type of guy, like, he wants to experience the best of everything. And so he goes, if Mike Tyson was there and he's been drinking, when he's in that mood, he's like, if Tyson was there, he's the type of drinker that he would walk up to Tyson and say, give me your best shot in the face. I want to feel the power of Mike Tyson. And he would absolutely let Mike Tyson punch him full force in the face when he's drunk, because that's just what type of drunk he is.
Mm-hmm.
So he keeps making other people convince Kurt Angle to get out of his seat to go do something. Like, they'd be like, hey, we need you up here real quick. And he said this lasted for this was like a 16-hour flight. And he kept getting Vince kept getting people to make excuses to get Kurt Angle to get up out of his seat. And we're back to the game. We'll go back to this story.
Just ribbing Kurt Angle?
Okay.
Just ribbing him? Okay.
So he said it was truly a flight from hell that would not end no matter what. Okay? Okay.
All right. Kurt Angle is just getting up, helping people, whatever. Anyway, back to our conversation as the game is on. Tori's not John Cena.
That guy has been on the floor
Hey.
as much, if not more, than any member.
All right, not John Cena.
He's Edge, bro. He's definitely Edge, bro. He is Edge.
Which Edge?
What do you mean, which Edge? The rated R superstar Edge.
Not early Edge.
No, he is the rated R superstar heel Edge.
I think he's ready for it.
I could see it.
He expects it.
CM Punk.
Absolutely. He's not CM Punk, I tell you that right now. Tori is not CM Punk. Okay, there's nobody in our community.
You know who Code would be?
Who?
Vince Russo. Okay.
That is so disrespectful.
That is Code,
bro.
All right.
I'm mad for Code that you said.
Where you at, Code?
McBride. Driving. Tori's Edge, but who is Lita? We'll figure that part out in a minute. Campaign.
Lita was insane.
That's campaign. So are we just? Are they just
the New York Suns?
Yeah, the New York Suns from 2021, bro.
Yes, they are. Blop Blop said Code Russo.
But the outside official.
Gabe's Evan Bourne. There's no way Gabe is Evan Bourne.
Who's Evan Bourne? Is that like a Jason Bourne ripoff?
Evan Bourne is, to me, is most popular for doing the shooting star press into an RKO with Randy Orton.
Alex, Eric Brandt's The Big Show. Well, okay, so.
Well, it's The Big Show.
Each time that Angle gets up and walks down the aisle, drunk Vince McMahon would jump out from behind him and tackle him to the ground.
Oh, yeah, I've heard this. I've heard parts of this story. Keep going.
And try to hold him down because he wanted to feel what it felt like to try to wrestle versus
Olympic
gold medal.
Yeah, I've heard.
So then at some point, one of the times, he's wrestling him and he's pushing him up against the emergency door, hitting the handle. So they're terrified he's about to open up the plane and go flying out.
Right.
So one of the stewardess comes back and says, the captain says, if you don't stop, he's going to land the plane now. And Vince McMahon goes, tell the captain to shut the fuck up.
Sounds like Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
So then he goes back to his seat. He thinks it's over after several times. And then Jericho looks back and goes, look down the middle of the aisle, bro. He looks down the aisle, and Vince McMahon is army crawling up the aisle, trying to sneak up on Kurt Angle. He goes, it wouldn't end for 16. Like, imagine if your boss was that much of a child, bro. A child trapped in a billionaire's body.
Look at us offensive rebound and Grey Goose.
For real.
Grey Goose.
Make him pay, Goose.
So good. Booker, rebound. Booker puts it back. Oh, loose ball foul, though. No, bro. I think I've heard that story. Like, Vince McMahon was like,
imagine him drunk.
They said like when he was at work he was serious, except for toward the end where he was apparently tag teaming that one chick and pooping on her, but that's a different story. Apparently they said like when he was at work he was serious, but like if outside of work, like he was just that. He was just a freaking fool and a moron, just army down the aisle,
drunk as a skunk, bro.
Drunk as ever.
Can you
bro.
imagine?
Rebound, Tom Gillespie. Booker driving. Booker pulls in and out. As McAfee would say. Cat drives, Cat dunks. Nope, lays it in and he misses. Now he's like, whoa. Come on! What's that video that I saw, Cat always complaining to the refs? I could just hear that. Gillespie for three. Oh my! Can we get it? Can we get a shot, bro? Bro,
foul.
This is like one of those games where we are getting so many offensive rebounds and we should be up by a lot right now.
Yeah,
and
we're just not high.
Old school says Gabe is gold dust. Now.
I think if I had my choice of who I could be, if I could go out and emulate a career, it'd be Kurt Angle.
Dude, Kurt Angle's career was so.
I would be heel Angle.
A green light special.
You don't want to be gold dust, bro, and me be Booker T.
He's just not. I don't know. He does like. I never really liked Gold Dust. I never really thought Gold Dust.
I know because Gold Dust was weird and creepy. But dude, the crazy part is Dustin Rhodes,
like
Cody Rhodes'
Burner
brother,
would be Gold Dust.
Because that's
Diego would
brother,
be
right?
Mexican Gold Dust. Yeah.
No, that's okay. So the thing is apparently Dustin Rhodes was like one of the best wrestlers out there, like as far as being 6'5" and like. But Vince McMahon just didn't want to push him because he was Dusty Rhodes' kid, so he didn't do anything with him, and gave him the Gold Dust character.
So weird.
I love the one where he's like, "Do you want a drink of my Slurpee?" to Booker T.
I would not want to be Gold
when
Dust.
they're in 7-Eleven, bro. The Booker T Gold Dust.
That was good stuff.
Great.
That was good stuff.
Then those Bam Bam Bigelow. Yeah, but no, not really, because Bam Bam Bigelow is actually athletic for his size.
How about Vader? And you just hurt people in the ring. You don't like. You're a terrible worker. By the way, I've completely readjusted how I used to think that. I think Goldberg gets a bad rap.
Why you say that?
I think you should watch his Broken Skull session with Stone Cold.
But here's the deal. Okay, Manny Wilkins going deep. Caught by the Battlehawks. Go! First down.
I think people were jealous of him because he got into the
successful challenge.
He got into the
people
world.
People were jealous of
because he always got to win.
He got over real fast because of the character, and he wasn't in. Like you said, he got in there and he didn't exactly.
And he was green.
Dues. He was green, and he got in there and he got over.
He talks
real quick.
about
That's
times that he tried to put other people over and they wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
Hogan would never fight to put someone over.
Yeah, and they didn't want to. That's the crazy part. Hogan definitely screwed that up. I remember watching that live.
Like Hogan is a piece of shit for hundreds of reasons.
It doesn't work for me, brother.
Goldberg, I think he's a good dude, man. And he's really smart.
Ananobi drives.
Oh! He just body bagged Dunn in the paint.
I feel bad for Dunn, bro.
Yeah.
coming off a 24-point outing yesterday afternoon in Atlanta.
Booker.
Gillespie,
Euro, Gillespie.
That was-
Oh my gosh, that would have been clean.
Damn, bro.
Here's the deal about Gillespie though. If he can actually hone that in, Gillespie would be a problem.
Well, he
Like,
can.
if
He can.
If he can hone that in and work on that in the offseason, if we keep him, he'll be a problem for real.
That was pretty, Booker. Great little stop and pop.
All right, let me ask you this question real quick about Gillespie and everybody in the chat. As a goaltend by Ryan Dunn, do you think Colin Gillespie is a player worth investing in, like developing on this team for the next season or two?
I think everyone will say yes.
I think
Because he's a 3-level scorer. That's what I like about him.
exactly. Yeah,
You know?
I think he is. If we let him walk, I think that would be real stupid, and I don't think we will though, because I think Ishbi's like, I see myself in him. I want him on this team.
That's a for show right on.
Okay, this quarter is over.
Please no. Please no. Please no.
It was too late. This quarter is over, and this quarter could have been a way better had we decided to hit all those second chance opportunities that we got,
That's
but
true.
we didn't.
Hey, at least we held them to under 30.
I know, but that's the problem. We could be over 30 right now with the second chance points that we were given. We decided to settle for threes instead of just driving to the rack and getting them.
Luis,
Now it's 27-23. We're down when we should be up.
we should be up a ton, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
We
go
should-
look
it
at the
should
stat-
be like
go look at the stats real
30-27
quick. How
minimum.
many offensive rebounds do we have compared to them? We're actually I feel like we're rebounding better than them just by the eye test. I need to actually see the exciting whites are 0-7. Shut up, Louise.
That's bad.
It is pretty bad. All right, let's see here. We have 5 offensive rebounds to their 1. We're rebounding the same though. Each of us have 9.
Look at this little girl
That
in
should-
the front. She's so cute. Look at this little front dancer. She getting it in. Oh, she hitting them with backflips.
Hey,
New York kids are different, bro.
I mean, it is New York, bro.
They be doing that type shit on.
All right, so back to our conversation here. Torrey is edge, okay? Torrey's edge.
Wait. Luis? No. You know who he'd be? You know who he'd be, and Luis just brought up. He'd be Triple H.
Torrey?
Yes.
How? Okay, explain this one to me.
I don't know if I can.
How would he be Triple H? Did he marry the boss's daughter?
No.
Is he a corporate? Okay.
But Luis said him and Goldberg had bodies like Greek gods. I have to disagree with the Triple H part. I feel like
definitely did not have a body like a Greek
No,
god.
I think
he had it for like one stint of his life whenever he came back as the Game. After that, dunzo.
He had tiny little T-Rex arms, the shortest arms on a wrestler possible, and his pecs were weird, bro.
When he came back as the Game, that was when he was in the best.
He
shape
was
of his
big.
career.
He was juicing.
He talked about that, but then what happened after the steroids got banned? He got his normal body back, and then he started looking like fat Triple H.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, later in his career, like at the end of his career when he was bald Triple H, he actually did look good then too, because he actually did work his butt off to get back into phenomenal shape.
I know he was big. He just didn't look aesthetically pleasing like some of the other guys.
Beal driving still. Beal pull up. Beal in and out.
It's just been tough stretch here for Brad as a return to play.
Bradley Beal.
McBride down to your boy OG Ananobi.
Back to Cat. Oh, God. Come on, ref. Anyway.
Deep three, no good.
Roy, $2 super chat. Is Beal doing good or still shit? It's still.
Exactly
Still.
as bad as he
Still
was
shite.
last game.
Still shite.
That is so tough. Damn, they're forcing us into tough shots.
I mean, it's not even really tough shots. We're just cold, bro. We're hitting middies that we should hit.
Sun's not getting a roll.
Payne drops it off the Towns.
Dummy. Yeah. Dim says, what happens if we lose? Well, we got 5 more games left to try to make up this 2-game deficit that we have with the Kings. And if we lose, I guess that makes
Yeah, I
us,
mean,
what,
technically
2.5?
there's a way it can be done. It's just we'd have to see the Suns win this game and win versus the Warriors, and
Highest 3 corner. Hit.
then we can have Fugazi beliefs again.
Yes. I need Fugazi beliefs for the week, bro. I need Fugazi. I need
guess I'll take
positivity.
it.
I need positivity this next week, bro. I need Fugazi beliefs.
On the drive, left it short.
Bro, Cat has no
I
leaping
can't stand
ability
Cat, bro.
whatsoever.
I can't stand Cat, bro. Bro lays the ball up and then immediately throws his hands up. Sounds like
And they're like, wait a minute,
SpongeBob.
we're in New York. Yeah, dude.
Sounding like SpongeBob, like asking for a foul.
I'm sure Towns would like that too, because you're taking away an and one from him.
Look at McHale.
Allen will pick up the foul. That'll be Grayson's first.
He wants to be
Towns
back in a Suns uni
back at the
so
free
bad.
throw
He doesn't
line
even
his
want to be
first
on a winning team.
shots from the stripe
Who?
tonight. Shooting nearly
McHale.
83% on the season.
You don't know that.
He wants to be
He's
with
on
us.
track now for
Hey, did you see that
second season with
commercial,
24 points or more, 12 rebounds,
about
3 assists, and
DiVincenzo?
shooting 40% from 3.
It was like it was like all the New York Knicks on the team, and it was like when you're
Like I said,
it shows them all together. It's like,
guy.
oh, what was it? It was a commercial for something. It was like when you're trying to get together with all your homies from school, but that one dude keeps getting left out and he's just walking away. It was hilarious. I gotta find it. It was a hilarious commercial. I was like, dang, how they gonna do DiVincenzo like that, bro?
I mean, they
Wasn't he
had
there
to
for like a
trade
hot
him.
minute,
He
too?
was there, yeah. They had all those Villanova guys together. Beal over to Tyus. Tyus to the rack. Back to Beal. 8 seconds. Beal into the paint. Steps through, gets his shit beat. What are we doing, bro? Look at old Landry Shambones.
Well, the ball fake. Richards able to stay down, the drive and the finish.
Did you hear him?
I know, bro. It's annoying.
Towns, first Knicks score in double figures.
Yeah, Suns in danger as they did in the last game against Boston. You can't see me.
Tyus squares.
Tyus, no good.
All right, Battlehawks in the red zone, 3rd and goal.
The second quarter was an issue in Boston.
Wilkins takes a snap, hands off the Sailors, gets stuffed.
And one almost. Nope.
Nick will pick up the personal, and that's going to be number 3 on Richards. Was not standing square.
You know,
So that will be
Are you doing The Rock right now? Are you just doing all the Rock's promos? Dude, you know, it's hilarious. I watch these all over again. The Rock and the Hurricane.
to go here in the first half.
Those
the
promos
Hurricane
were
was
great, bro.
worthless, bro.
Dude, shut your mouth about the Hurricane, bro. What are you talking about? He was a great comedy gimmick.
It was a gimmick,
dude,
all right.
His stuff with the yeah, okay, you're such a hater, bro.
I love how Stone Cold would call people out for their gimmicks. Huh? What? You think you're cool? What? What? With your little green outfit? What?
What?
And your spandex?
What?
Your little mask?
What?
Your belt?
What?
You got your fingernails done?
What?
Just anything he sees, he just brings it up and throws it in your face.
Growing up in nearby New Jersey, growing up a Knicks fan, so he's thrilled to be back here.
Ric Flair was talking to Stone Cold, and he was talking about how over Stone was, and he's like, you know, he goes, one time you came out, the crowd's going wild for like 5 full minutes. You don't say anything. You're letting them cheer. Oh, Martin, what an adorable yumper. He goes, you don't say anything for like 5 minutes. They don't stop screaming. And then you just look at the crowd and go, what? And then they go crazy for another 10 minutes. He's like, that's the most over I've ever seen someone. Quartz in the house, what up?
Hello, Quartz. What?
McHale just hit a nice little juicy corner 3. Not gonna lie, that was sexy. Moving and everything. So Precious says Beal not going anywhere, and I think he might be alluding to a certain...
Shut up, Adam. We know it's bad.
He might be
Adam could probably help you out here.
alluding
Adam,
to it in something.
Okay, so Adam, we are talking about me and Gabe versus Tori and Eric in a wrestling match, right? Tag team. We already have Eric as the big show. All right. He's the big show. Tell me, who is Tori? Is he Edge? Is he Triple H? Is he... I'm trying to think of another sort of wrestler in that. Because you're single, Roy. Because you're single. That's why you pay so much. So do yourself a favor, get married, have kids, and then you don't even got to pay for nothing. Roy with a super chat, by the way.
Roy boy?
Yeah, he said, what did he say? I hate taxes. Why do I have to pay so much? Well, that's why, because you're single.
Don't do that. You need to be.
And this is
Roy,
Trump's America now, boy.
Roy,
it's Trump's America now, boy. So therefore, you're paying up. You're paying up, peekaboo.
You need to be a good Democrat,
Peekaboo.
Roy, and know that taxes don't belong in your grubby American hands. They belong in the hands of future Democrat voters brought into our country from third world countries. That's who deserves your money you've been working
ridiculous.
For. Well, then they'll vote for us. But then they'll vote for us.
You're ridiculous.
Roy, do what's right for the Democrats. Pay your taxes. All right?
You're ridiculous.
Now, I was also able to speak to Bradley Beal.
Speaking of which, that's something that I owed for the first time in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't owe federal. I owed state. I was so mad. It's only $300, but
that's
still.
Another
like,
reason.
Why do I owe you $300?
Another reason to move to Texas, baby. No state tax. Or Florida.
No,
I can imagine. I can imagine Sundo in Florida with a great tan.
I'm not gonna be in Florida. I'll be real. I will be in Texas before I'm ever in Florida. I will be in Texas before I'm ever in Florida, bro. I'll tell you that right now. That's a fact.
A week from the day in Sacramento.
Miami Sundo, Miami.
Now Miami,
that's a different story.
But if we're talking just regular Florida,
Royce for 3, no good.
No, like Jacksonville, no. Like anywhere else in the middle of nowhere, no. Where Florida Man exists, not there. But yeah, Tampa Bay, sure, I'd be there.
McBride,
Miami,
no good.
Sure.
Florida Man can't be worse than Missouri Man.
First of all, absolutely is worse than
really?
Missouri Man. Yes. Florida Man's definitely worse than Missouri Man.
Oh! Beal beat McBride's layup off the glass. First sign of life from Bradley Beal.
Hurricane season is a problem. Have you been here during tornado season?
Brad, very good at those chase downs.
Thanks,
Hurricane
Brad.
season is a problem in Florida, but man, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's tough. I think I've never been in a hurricane, so I wouldn't be able to make that choice. But man, the amount of tornadoes that we have in tornado season is like, it's just,
I'm just shocked.
it's annoying. But yeah, I think I'd rather deal with tornadoes than hurricanes, if I'm being honest with you. I feel like a hurricane's just something completely different that I'm not willing to suffer through.
Great pass from Tyus. Great finish by Book through McHale.
Yeah, y'all have desert storms, don't you, down there in Phoenix? Desert flu and other things.
They've got what I guess would it be like monsoon season? What a layup by Cat.
What a layup by
How did that go in? So you could have dunked that, my guy.
It was Royce.
Instead, we'll throw it to Royce for his fourth consecutive missed three.
And then they go real quick on the return. Hey, listen to me. Who is worse as a streaky shooter, Royce or Jay Crowder? I know I've asked this question before.
It might be the exact same situation.
But we need to revisit it because it's awful.
Suns looking ready to throw the white flag in, folks.
Damn, bro, we're already here. Like, I thought I had hope for a quarter.
Clearly not set up in position, but got away with
Booker. Guarded by Hart. Booker drives. Booker. Pump fake. Fader. Wow, Booker.
So tough.
Wow, Booker. Nobody likes you, though. Nobody likes you, including me. I don't like you. But when you do things like that, you make me like you again. And if you can be that Booker again next season while we win, I'll love you again.
20 left. I mean, they've gone on their run. Suns want to make some inroads into this game.
I think this whole season's just putting blinders over my eyes about Devin Booker. And I'm willing to admit that.
I mean,
he also hasn't been as consistent.
It's kind of like a quarterback. You know, the quarterback takes to blame. A lot of extra blame.
I like that illustration.
So it's like if they have a bad season, you can make a baseline argument that the quarterback had a bad year, even though there might be a lot of things that go into it.
How do we score a touchdown? Do you know how well, that illustration works, but it doesn't work for Joe Burrow. This year.
It doesn't really. I mean, you can. Yeah, it doesn't always make sense, but people make those arguments. You know. Burrow sucks now.
Bridges drive beautiful details. I miss him. I miss him. I miss him. Okay, I miss Mikal Bridges.
I agree. Can you imagine getting Mikal back for KD though?
As much as I love Kevin Durant, and he has been putting his team on his back the last 3 seasons, right?
Beal misses a wide open corner 3.
Booker stepping past Brunson.
I just still miss Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, though.
That was so pretty.
Booker, beautiful.
Oh my God.
He won't get it. That's 2 trips down the floor that Booker's clearly taken a shot without a whistle.
Blop Blop is arguing, going at it.
Blop Blop be going brazy.
I love Blop Blop.
Tapped out off of Robinson.
Blop Blop, a.k.a. Donkey Balls. Changed his name. Showed up to Mr. Sundo's stream the other day. Appreciate you, bro.
What was she streaming?
Daisy.
You talking about some wide open shots.
2 of 16.
The game that I've been thinking about playing, but it's also, I don't know, man. Have you played DayZ before? I know you're into those kind of games. I know you love
it's
art.
open world, right?
Yeah, it's open world.
You get in and you don't know where you are.
You don't know where you are.
You have to meet up with your friends.
You got to meet up with your friends, and you just survive.
Yeah, I ran through the wilderness for like 7 hours and couldn't find Lordy, and I was like, that's it for me! I'm done. I'm running through the woods in the pitch black.
Did you play on console?
Console, yeah.
Oh, you played on PC. It's more.
I might have been on PC. I was on PC. Sundo, Romp was in there. Me, Romp, and Lordy are trying to find each other.
He's playing DayZ. Not me. Not moi. I'm not paying money for that. When it goes on sale, I might get it. But right now, it's $50. Not for me. I'm trying to freaking fight for democracy right now. That's what I'm trying to do. Speaking of which, you should probably do that with me. Let's play some Hell Divers, bro. Let's
I'll try Hell Divers. I'll definitely try Hell Divers.
Mrs. Sundo for democracy, just gunning down aliens and robots and all sorts of stuff.
I've always wanted to try that game.
I already got it. It's on my PC, installed.
Because what I'm learning...
I think I'm slowly turning into a PC gamer, by the way.
It's...
Slowly.
It's hard to describe, but aiming. If you have to aim something, if you have to aim a gun, you want a PC.
I don't know. I'm still trying to get a hold of the aiming thing with my mouse, dude.
You'll get better and better.
This means Sundo will buy this. Yes, I will, Mal. I'm definitely going to buy the Switch. Those games aren't coming to PC unless I... You know.
I mean, I thought I would like it, Blop Blop. I thought I would like it, but... You know.
No, Gabe, I'm pretty sure Gabe played on console a long time ago.
No, I was on... No, I was definitely... Because I've got it on Steam.
What you do is when you play with Lordy, see, here's the deal. Get in the Discord server and start explaining to each other where you're at. Then go to game chat.
Bro, we tried, and, like, I feel like we were pretty close to each other at one point.
That's it for me, he says.
Yep. I was like, this is crazy, man. I can't find either of you. We've been on this game all night trying to find each other.
Hey, you better get your landmarks right, you know what I'm saying, bro? But I think that's the appeal of the game, though. I think that's what it is people finding random people. I was watching Miss Sundo play. Like, people were paying her to kill people. People were paying people to kill her. It was nuts. It's like, be a bounty hunter, please. Okay? Do that. Make some money. Be a That's what I would do. I'd be a menace to society. Call me Dog the Bounty Hunter or something else. That's what I would do. Be ruining people's days. You want to kill somebody? Tell me where they're at. Stream snipe them. I'll be there in a minute.
Stream snipe.
I would ruin the community. That's what I would do. Why?
So they're gonna give you the
We do that over here.
We'd have to call you Bradley Beal, ruining a community.
The Bradley Beal of the Daisy community. Call me.
You know?
That's it. That's my new name, Bradley Beal.
They'll say, "Would you stop, man? You're ruining our experience." And you'd say, "I'm smiling through it all."
Oh, yeah, for sure. That'd be me. I'm killing people. You want me to kill somebody? All right, I bet. I got you. Who do you want dead? I'll find them.
In a video game context, folks.
Yes, yes.
All right?
For sure.
Let's not
for
clip
sure.
anything like
for
that.
sure. That's fact. Well, it's already clipped.
True.
Because East Metro's in here. It's already clipped.
That's why we need to kick him out of the Discord. We need to have the Discord be like 18 and over. You know? Or we'll just go older than whatever Metro is and over. Book, deep three. Ugh, almost. Bridges gets it pass stolen by
So
one of the twins got it. They both went up for
losses,
it.
we have the softest bigs in the league. We have the softest team in the league. Let's not even go with bigs. Team effort.
got 4 on 2 here.
Grayson, nobody was falling for that pump fake. I'm gonna be honest.
I know,
with
but
you.
I'm glad he
That did
didn't
not
shoot
look
it.
good at all, bro.
Trying to get in the hands of Allen.
Goose
what a
flight?
pass! I like
Fly
it.
on him, Goose.
He ain't gonna fly on him, bro. He wasn't doing all that.
4-on-2 finish, but
Didn't take a quick shot. Didn't turn it over. Took their time. Also a great
Thank
job.
you, Turtles. You actually understand what's important in life.
Suns back within 9.
Unlike the rest of these cucks.
Brunson on the drive.
Ooh, Brunson gets a
Brunson gets the
stolen
ball over to
through it
Booker.
straight
Fast
to
break.
Book.
Booker.
Suns with numbers again.
White.
Allen.
Wrong white guy.
Driving layup to go.
I
Booker
almost
definitely has a favorite.
I
white
almost
guy, 'cause
would have
Colin Murphy was
rather.
wide open, bro.
Yeah. I almost would rather Book just keep it
Side, but nobody saw him.
if that's what's going to happen. That's out of bounds Suns ball, baby. F you, white ref. Damn it.
Booker's like, you know what? I trust number 8 more than I trust number 12.
That was nice from Oso.
That was pretty nice from Oso. Twas pretty nice. Beep. Okay, so my goal. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
I was just to say with Marvels. With Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals. Okay. What about it?
Um,
How do you feel about the new Emma Frost?
I knew you was going to love her.
I haven't played the game yet. I've only seen character models and gameplay videos, and it just seems obnoxious.
It's
Now-
like, why are her
now,
legs so
Is she
big?
a queen? Thank you. Is she a queen? C. Yes. But I'm not a tank, but I
feel
might
like
start playing
2/3
as a
of her
tank.
height is leg.
Don't matter. Death by
What
snooze,
I've realized
bro.
is
Death
that's
by
what her name should be.
snoo.
Her name should be Death by Snoo Snoo.
Teddy
Okay.
with a $10 super chat. At this point, HBA can't trade KD because at this point, if KD's gone, Beal stays, the fan base will riot, and PTO Princess isn't going anywhere. He can't trade KD, and he can just say screw it, and just deal with Beal being on the team. Wow, that was a cool little windmill for these little kids here.
Mm-hmm. Cultural
I think
appropriation.
I think you fire Bud, and you trade KD, and you just say, all right, cool, bet. Look at that white boy. Look at that white
You gotta
boy
give
windmill.
him the dub, you know?
Oh, it's definitely him. It's
Thank
not
you, Teddy.
him. And it's not two. It's definitely contestant 3. Look at look at Grayson Allen Jr. out there.
Are we going to get a DEI winner here? Is that what we're going to do?
No, it's not. It's
Or a white privilege winner?
White privilege. You got
White
bro.
privilege.
You got white privilege. And he deserves it, bro. He actually did a windmill. These other kids are just like,
Wow.
I'm gonna dunk it. He actually had style.
Wow.
Pat Connaughton Jr. over here. Look at him.
That
Pat
doesn't really.
Connaughton Jr.
That doesn't do much for me in the way of diversity,
Stop
equity, or
Stop
inclusion.
it. Stop it.
And we all know that's what's most important.
Beal's bringing. Speaking of donuts, bro. So there's this local food truck here called Cosmic Donuts.
Mm.
And bro, they were actually pretty good. They were actually too rich, so I couldn't finish them, but they were really good. And like, so it's like little mini donuts that they actually make in the truck, and then like they have like, what was the one I had? Salted caramel, cotton candy. They have just crazy flavors, bro. And I got the salted caramels, whatever it was.
You know what I
They were
really
so-
like, bro, is like a
they were so
cinnamon,
rich.
like cinnamon, like donuts. Like what do they call, like what's that one that's like the twist, like the cinnamon twist? Woo-hoo-hoo!
Like Taco Bell cinnamon twist.
It's like a donut though. It's like I can't think of what it's called. I'm sure
I
somebody.
know you're
knows
talking
what
about.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
the twisty.
Yeah.
The twist donut. Yeah.
It's like all cinnamon on the outside.
I don't know what you're calling about. You know what you're talking about.
You got to guard the inside. Now he's
Yeah,
been a
I
minute
like
since I've
me
had a
the
donut.
cinnamon roll from the gas station. I can do that. I like the cinnamon twist. I like the apple fritter. I've acquired a taste for the apple fritter. I don't even know what I'm talking about foods. I haven't eaten fatty foods and sweet foods for a minute because I've been working out.
That's
Okay.
your brain trying to backslide.
It really is.
Okay,
It
it's
really
like, hey,
is.
you know what we haven't had in a while?
really is.
What are
It
those
really
twisty
is.
things?
It really is.
Could we
I've been
jam apple
cheating
fritter in
this
one?
week. I've been cheating this weekend, but I haven't eaten a whole bunch of sweets. That's my so.
Book no good. If you intermittent fast along with it,
Yeah,
you
I
will
tried,
you
and,
will shed like crazy.
well, the first. Well, I thought. Okay,
Just do a
so
13-hour window of no eating.
Code talking here, not code in the chat, but me code talking. I thought everything went down in the beginning because I had no appetite. I was like, this might actually work out for me because I can intermittent fast. Nope. As my appetite came back, it was like gorge.
Yeah. We're dying, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm dying. I need calories. It's like you're not dying. Start eating the stored fat.
No, I started actually like eating decent. I work. So this is my routine, bro. So work out in the
But
morning.
again, that's what Devin is complaining about.
Egg whites, toast.
Yeah, you could see his
Good.
spinning back
It's a good way to start out.
How much protein are we getting in after that workout?
Egg whites and toast. I just told you.
Call from the official. Brunson able to get the first.
I'd like to swap out the toast for either a keto toast, and I can get you some good brands.
Fair enough, but I haven't.
I can get you some good brands.
Okay.
I would go with Sola brand or
Sola brand. Okay.
bacon. Just replace it with bacon or sausage. You'll be full as fuck. You won't want the toast. You'll be like, I'm full, man.
You're right, but we don't have bacon. But you're right. I should definitely get some bacon. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. Get some bacon,
Bacon or
and
sausage, or whatever.
Nah, I do no sausage.
You don't like sausage? You don't like no sausage?
I like sausage, but I don't like cooking sausage. There's a difference.
See, what I do is I cook the bacon first, and then I cook the sausage in the bacon grease. Woo! All right.
Is Beal really out, Teddy?
Is he out injured or just they're not playing? Yo, they're playing the Severance theme song right now.
Yeah.
Let's
okay.
go.
Okay. Fun fact. Me and Mr. Sundo were gonna try to watch it. Don't have Apple TV, so never started.
I'll get you my password.
Plus, we were like, you know what? I don't feel like watching an hour-long show is really the move right now. So we didn't do that.
It's a show that you can definitely cut in half. Like, just stop halfway through and be like, let's finish this tomorrow.
Sure,
You know?
if you say so.
But I'll get you my Apple password.
Facts. She's sorry if this has already been discussed, but any news on which game KD will be back for? Well, there's a home stick coming up, right? He'll probably come back for that one.
If we're in a position to play
That's
meaningful
also
basketball,
true. That's also
right?
true. That's also
Yeah.
true. That's also true. Bradley Beal still has 0 points. Is that what we're looking at right now?
It would not surprise me. My guy
Yeah, bro.
Bridges in the
He has
corner.
0
Let's
points.
go.
0-5, dude. Another 0-5.
It'd be really funny if they didn't play him the rest of the game so that he's stuck with 0 points.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. All right, so yeah, we're playing New York. We have Golden State, OKC, San Antonio, Sacramento left after this. So 3 home games. If KD's coming back, he'll come back this Tuesday. But if it's at a point where we're just not going to do anything, they may sit him for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. Grey Goose, no good. Tipped out. 3 seconds. Book fading. 3, no good.
That's true, Teddy. You might be right about that one.
Points. Down 10 points.
And we have reached halftime here.
What a great halftime. This
Right?
team, bro. This team gave us hope in the first quarter. They were looking good, rebounding well. Second quarter.
You think there's
no.
any room on the Battlehawks bandwagon for me? Because I need
Yeah,
something
I mean-
else to watch.
I mean, you can be an Arlington Renegades fan. But for sure, Cacao Nation, baby, come through, bro. We show out. We show up for football games. It's crazy. St. Louis is that mad and petty.
I'm well within my rights to be a Battlehawks fan because I'm from Nebraska. I'm sure that's the closest team to Nebraska.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Joe West, Halftime Entertainment. Never heard of Joe West. Have you?
Me either. Never heard of Joe West either. Is he related to Kanye? Wake up, Mr. West.
Right?
Wake up, Mr. West. Mr. West.
He comes out in a black KKK hood.
Oh, I knew I was gonna see you again.
I was gonna see you again.
I knew I was gonna see you again.
Goddamn,
Living in Omaha. What's up, David?
What up, David?
At least y'all have hope over there, Gabe, in Husker Land, you know?
Yeah, we got something to watch.
Y'all got freaking Temu, Pat Mahomes over there.
Yep.
Unless he's transferred. Did he transfer?
Not yet.
Okay, because you never know you never know these days, bro. You never know.
Especially with him. He's left 2 different teams.
So
he was with Ohio State first, and then he left them for Georgia, and then he left Georgia for us.
Meatloaf says, where's Trump put some tariffs on Bill? That's the only time I would agree to put tariffs on somebody is Bradley Beal's contract for sure. All right, I gotta pee. I don't even want to talk about the stats right now. Beal's 0 for 5, and that's all you need to know. Booker carrying, and sorry, Book, that you got to be the only one carrying right now. And that's
at least
it.
He is, but it just
Exciting
doesn't
Whites
like...
were 0-4 for a minute. I know Grayson put up some buckets, but I'm pretty sure him and Gillespie are combined 2 for whatever.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't feel like we have it in us today to win this game.
No, it's not. It's
you need to have like a special effort to beat the Knicks.
Sunday. It's an early time clock for the Suns anyway. Last game of the road trip. They probably have the New York flu. Let's see if Joe West is any good here.
Darkness.
Hey, I wouldn't play this because you will get copyrighted, but hey, okay, I'm not gonna lie. This surprised me. He did not look like he rapped like this.
I thought he was going to be doing some more like...
Yeah, I thought it was going to be more, like more New York style, like Tribe Called Quest type rap. Not this. You know what I mean? Hey.
It's like the Somalian future.
Hey, Teddy, $5 super chat says, since Buzzy Bill isn't going anywhere, why not trade Book this season? Next 2 years of rap with Beal still on the team. Book about to be 31. Okay, Teddy, I don't disagree with you, but I'll tell you why Booker's not getting traded. Booker is too beloved in Phoenix for him to be traded. He's going to remain there. Matt Ishbia, even though I don't even think Matt Ishbia wants to rebuild. I think Matt Ishbia is more concerned about putting people in the seats right now anyway. So I just don't think Booker's getting moved. Because
I think
he's too
I think it's more simple than that.
And he's also made it known I'm not leaving.
It's 3 things. He's young enough to where you don't do it.
Yep.
He's good enough to where you don't do it. And there's mutual interest in him not leaving. And then, like I said, again, he is a Suns legend. Sorry. He is.
He loves Phoenix. Phoenix loves him back. He's not going anywhere.
And he's good enough and young enough. Even at 31, I don't think that's too old to where you have to start trying to get rid of him, unless his name is Bradley Beal.
Jeremy says Book should ask out. The team around him is pure garbage. He should probably. Like, if you really want to if you were a player that was like, hey, I want to go somewhere and win, yes, he probably should ask out. He's already been on record saying, though, I'm not going to. I'm in Phoenix. So that's why I'm like.
Here's where I differ from you, though. Yeah. I don't think for Ishbia, I don't think it's a matter of putting butts in seats. I think it's a matter of winning. It's
Fair
just
enough.
that Ishbia has no clue how to win. No clue.
You're not wrong about that.
No clue.
And you're not wrong about it. And as a fan base now, we got to kind of suffer as he figures it out.
Yeah.
But I think for sure you try to figure out a way to get Bradley Beal out of here this offseason if he ends up leaving. I know, like, he doesn't want to move because his wife had a business and so on and so forth and was figuring some things out. But I think in the offseason, it's more possible this time.
He has
I don't know if it's going to happen, but I think it's more possible this offseason. I just think he didn't want to be traded in the middle of the season.
He has to be miserable, bro. I mean, he has to be somewhat miserable on this team. Like, just like he has pride.
Correct.
He is a slightly prideful man. He's less prideful than some, but he's got an ego. An ego is in there. And his ego has to just be getting walloped over the head every day when he turns on social media to promote Underdog and people are like, "Get out of my city, you nice guy."
I think that might be the only reason he would want to go. But again, he's not going to just go anywhere, though. And not any team is going to take him.
I'm just hoping
you're going to have to send him to a team. That's the tough part. Like, if you tell him right now, hey, we're sending you to Detroit because they have the money to take you, he's not going to Detroit. You know what I mean? Or Orlando. He might go to Orlando. You know, that'd be something you might try. But, like, you know what I mean? That's the toughest part about it. No team that's actually winning or decent is taking him. And that contract's so bad, you got to send it to a bad team, but he's not going to want to go to that bad team. Like, unless it's a prime location that he wants to go to. We can get on a second apron and then try to trade Beal. That's true, but you got to trade KD first, though. See, I think that's the move. So you're probably right about that one. You trade KD first, then go Beal. Either way, I think that both of them have to be gone, sadly, this offseason. So, Cool Knicks says we stuck. Yeah, I mean, look, we probably are stuck with him. I'm just saying, if you
no.
If you just want to get rid of him,
see,
like,
if I'm in the front office, I'm not allowing Bradley Beal back to the Suns next season. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but
I'm not doing it.
I agree with you.
I'm moving heaven and earth. I'm doing whatever it takes to get him off the team. And, dude, like, you know me, that's not something I would normally say, but you can't have him back. You can't. He doesn't get along with Book. For whatever reason, Book, him, and KD never developed any sort of, like, friendship. I don't see a friendship betwixt the three of them. I don't see it. I don't see camaraderie. I don't see it. It's weird. Because they invited this man to come play.
I don't think it's just those three.
But they invited him to come play.
They did.
They're like, hey, man, we want to share it with you. And he gets here, and they're like, nah. Never mind.
And probably health had a lot to do with it. And, you know, I'm just speculating, but I'm sure health had a lot to do with it, where KD and Booker were like, hey, we're really doing a lot here. That first season we had them, and probably had a lot to do with it. Plus, they are in different headspaces. Like, KD and Booker don't have kids and don't do anything like that. And Beal has probably nothing to relate to them with, as far as, you know.
I thought all three of them, including Bradley Beal's wife, 4Q'd for.
4Q'd.
They 4Q'd for.
4Q'd, he said.
For what's it called?
Oh, wow.
Call of Duty. I thought they were all playing Call of Duty constantly together when they first got there. Maybe he sucked at COD, and they were like, fuck this dude.
You know what? That's probably your best explanation.
You know?
That's probably, you know what? I like that explanation. And that's the story.
They're like, you know, he's
right?
pretty good at COD, but his wife always
that's what we're
wants to
sticking
play
to
with
it,
his
right, bro?
wife.
That's what we're sticking with, bro. They just had a bad COD session. His wife really let them down, but Beal doesn't want to play without his wife. And then Beal feels some type of way because they won't play with him without his wife. You know, it's kind of like, you know what it's kind of like? It's kind of like whenever we were playing Overwatch back in the day, and you were like, I don't want to play with that one guy you play with. I'm not doing it. That's exactly.
Yeah, and that was a situation like where that's what Smurfs are for. You know, like you need to have your main account where you can care about your SR and actually try to climb so you don't get mad at your friends. There's no sort of like. There's no sort of letting each other down.
That's a real life story that I just told y'all about Overwatch.
Who was it that I didn't want to play with?
Freaking Ned.
Ned Fink,
bro.
Oh,
yeah. Oh man,
play
bro,
with that dude. You're going down in elo, no question.
Lay off my guy.
But see, if at the time, if I had a Smurf, I wouldn't care about wins and L's. It would become quick play to me. You know, and we could have played with Fink all the time.
Yeah, but that wasn't going to work because I was trying to rank up too.
You need a Smurf. You have, you know, that's what Smurfs are for.
I don't need a Smurf account. I'm a man. I'm 30. Okay?
I'm 30. I'm 40. with Rivals, I think I told you I got to 99 out of 100.
There he is. There is Vince Russo himself.
Code Russo in the house.
Code Russo in the house.
And when I say Russo, I'm talking shit talking.
Russo.
Just shit talking on the mic. All right? Grandstanding. All right? That's Code. Code Russo.
Code Russo, baby. I love it. I'll be right back. I need you to go get me some.
Go ahead.
What were you saying about?
I was just saying, I got literally exactly 1 point away from Grandmaster.
No.
99 out of 100 Diamond 1.
And what did NetEase do?
Ricocheted all the way back down. And it's been like 2 weeks, bro. And what I'm realizing is this game, it puts you in queues.
There's no way it's not
There's
that
a
way.
winning queue and a losing queue.
No way it's not that way, bro.
And you know how I know? Because
it's
the sweet spot is 6. It never pushes your psyche past 6 L's. Once you hit that 6th L, you get put into a game and the menu says, the team you're going up against, all plat 1s. The team you're on, everybody is diamond except one person is plat 1. And you go, well, why would that happen?
Absolutely, bro. I promise you, they definitely be queuing like that. They have to. They got to keep. They got to keep you playing.
And so I'm hard stuck in diamond, bro.
And I'm sure that that's why match makes so fast, bro. Like people are like, man, I love it. That's why match makes so fast. I think it's already predetermined.
Losers queue, winners queue,
bro. You're taking these L's, dog.
Yeah, you're getting put up against a full team of clearly better players.
It's the only way they can keep you playing, bro. You got to take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 3 steps forward, 4 steps back.
You're playing with a dude named I Might Sell. And you're like, God damn it.
I might sell, bro.
You know?
Also, can we talk about the names in Marvel Rivals are out of control, bro.
So good. So damn good, bro.
Out of control, man.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll be right back. I get some food.
All right, man. Teddy says, Brad Bin Laden Beal. Yep. I'm really disappointed in Brad because the one thing I could always hang my hat on is like, hey, man, this dude comes out and gives you effort and he tries to stay ready. Those 2 things are gone. Like, I'm not saying he's not giving effort, but his talent is gone. He done had a Monstar suck the talent out of him, not in a sus way, in a Space Jam 1 way. Okay? Teddy, I hope not both of the next 2 years are cooked. I hope we have a great off season and we make good moves and we get a fortuitous roll, you know? Hopefully some things go our way.
From this Suns team, as you look to
we just got to make it there. We just got to limp to the off season. That's what we're doing tonight, folks. 130 watching. You are all limping with us.
We got to make some shots
to the offseason. Hit that like, please.
We're going to have to do that again this half while being a little better on offense.
Vince, thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody go make some fellas wrong type shit. You know?
Moving the ball around the perimeter, getting and generating good looks.
So, Luis, I don't know why that doesn't work, but apparently cutting him doesn't work. Can anybody explain why cutting him, like waving him, doesn't work?
Executing what they did.
Suns up. My top of the list is I want to trade him back to the Knicks for, not back, but to the Knicks And I want a package that has Mikhail in it. I'm sorry. That's what I want. That's what my heart wants. Will my heart get it? Probably not. That's what I want.
He got some help from Grayson Allen late in that second quarter.
If we had to trade him, that's where I would go.
Bradley Beal still looking to get back on track.
Like Code's hero O.J. Simpson. If I did it, here's how I'd do it. Book! Tough-ass take to the rim. Good.
Boy, Book has said, okay, OG, I'm going to give you my best.
I'm leaving Shamet out of it, though, baby. But maybe we try to find to bring big body Wainwright back into town. What do you say? Bridges, crossover pull up in the mid-range. Very pretty. It bounces out, though. He's moving a little bit. If he could just get a little bit more, you know, if he could just come to, I don't want him hitting it, but he needs to slow down on that. You like the gaslighting code? That's how you gaslight. Book doubled off the pick and roll, kicks it into the corner to Dunn for a three. Short. Shorties. Brunson. In and out. Left to the rack. And one. Fouled by Royce. Burnt him. Burnt him.
Well, what he does, he gets past you. And then he puts
Teddy, he's smiling through it all. He doesn't need to have pride. He doesn't need to worry about it. He's got his no-trade clause. His no-trade clause is his pride and joy.
Yeah, the guy behind you might be at fault because he hit you. But guess what? You're going to pay the price. And so I think that's part of what Brunson does. He knows it. And he's willing to, even coming back from injury, put his foot on the brakes.
There's clearly a feeling around here, Each, that with Brunson missing time and the Knicks
Bradley Beal, the $53 million man, bringing the ball up, kicks it to Royce, goes and stands on the wing. Book hits a 2 and 1. That is a Kobe shot, and going to the line. Bradley Beal slaps him on the shoulder. I'm going to have to ask him to please not touch Booker and get his bad juju all over his skin.
Out there. That in the midst of the Suns' trouble,
Zan says, can Phoenix Suns come back? Sure. If they don't melt down in this quarter, they need to have an advantage in this quarter. They need to go like 35-25 in this quarter.
But make no mistake, he is a killer.
That normally never happens in the third for the Suns. Little Daddy Brunson over to Mikhail. Mikhail getting put in jail by Book. Kicks it to OG Anunoby. You're our only hope. OG for three. Drills it. Wow.
Nick Richards. Booker driving again past Anunoby. Gets the floater up.
Book with the floater. Suns down 9.
And he's not tired.
Book going brazy.
I'm like Budenholzer. I don't look at Devin as being.
He's in a full lather.
Through the basket as much as it's going for him right now. He's not.
Do. Little Daddy Brunson. Nice pass to McCalliamson. Out to OG Anunoby. You're our only hope. And he slaps the three. He is not much of a scorer, but he's hit his last 2 threes. Royce throws it away. Luckily, Hart
about 6 rows deep into the
can't save it. Jumping into the stands.
A lot of attaboys.
Yeah, Josh Hart would have been incredible if the Suns ever could have got him. It just never worked out. Josh Hart is the Versace version. Beal, what are you doing? He's the Versace version of Cody Martin.
Richards, you gotta look at both. You cannot take your eyes
jab step, OG, baseline, revoice layup on Book. He's just a little too big and a little too strong. Nice lay. Book for three. Giggity. All right. He is hot as Fook right now.
Okay, all right.
Now, we said before the game, Loves the Garden. He's averaged 30
Appreciate it,
points per
Louis
game
David.
his previous 8 trips. He's got 30 tonight. 128th time in his career.
Book with the rebound. Suns still down 9. It's probably heat check time. Probably heat check, Ski. Book's doubled. Kicks it to Royce. Royce to Beal in the corner. Beal. Scared of his own shadow. Jab steps, goes baseline, and gets a bucket. Attaboy, baby Beal. He looks at the ref and says he wants a foul. He might have gotten something. Hart. Backdoor pass. Stolen by Beal. Book. Downhill. Puts up the Mieti, and it almost went in. That's one of those I can hit anything right now, and he's basically humping the referee right now and going to get a tech.
And Devin Booker is now going to get a technical foul. And
Book's running hot right now. He's running hot. Emotions are high.
When Nagy was the nearest official.
Yeah, no, OG, here's the thing. It's pretty obvious that Knicks are trying to stop a hot guy. And you put your hand in the chest of somebody to restrict them, and he doesn't make the call.
He definitely got hoed out of a call there, I would say.
And a lot of times officials are trying to sprint back. He's trying to sprint back, and you take your eye off of it. I would like to say to Andy, you got to run with your head up.
What up, Rip Sid? Hell yeah, bro. We can hold hands this offseason, you know? Are you guys eliminated? Because I would prefer the Blazers get in over anybody else.
Unable to get there. Just the 8th Phoenix turnover. Again, doing a much better job in the last couple of games at taking care of the basketball.
Downhill, little daddy Brunson out to Hart, wide open, wide open. Cat rips the rebound away from Book and yams it home.
Like, come back, Skip. Put back.
Book's going absolutely berserkazoids right now.
Berserkazoids is a great word.
Just made it up. OG to the rack, bully ball versus Beal. I think it was off of Beal. They're going to give it to the Suns. You better hurry up and inbound it. Better hurry up and inbound it. Better hurry up, and they're going to review.
As it stands right now, the 13th Knicks turnover. 10-point game here at the Garden. Knicks in front.
Me. We suck. So, I've got... I'm going to upgrade things for next season and for the off season. I'm going to get some new cuts for the show. I'm going to get the new Horseman level. Man, that might be off OG. Emojis and whatnot. But I've got our new intro, bro. And I don't care if it gets copywritten every time. I'll just trim it out. Bum 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 bum. You suck.
I told you that was our intro.
You suck.
Hold on. I love
Baby Asian. Baby Asian. Who dat? Baby Asian. And then, so I feel like that should be our intro, but it's got to have the "you suck" screams loud. Another one, I think maybe he still has his head. You got your headphones on? Make a grunt or a moan from the other side of the room if you do. That would work, Inferno, but that's going to get copywritten ASAP, a mundo. No, Malo. Absolutely not.
Purchase 2 12-packs, an 18-pack, or a 24-pack of Michelob Ultra, and redeem your receipt at the Phoenix Suns team shops for a Suns-branded Bills hat. Visit Suns.com.
Okay, I'm back.
Another thing I'm going to get is a
challenging the call on the floor.
Couple of different clips that I can cycle through of the crowd saying what.
There were a couple of hands in there.
So that we can go on a tangent and hit the what buttons.
After replay review, what? Left hand prior to going out of bounds on the baseline.
I don't know.
Therefore, it's a successful
I
challenge.
think it should have been not enough to overturn it, but whatever.
Can I look at that again, please?
Well, I think we said clear and conclusive was murky based on the challenge that was won by New York back in the first half. So we're
who's Bay over his left shoulder?
Hand comes through.
But then it looks like the hand of Anunoby kind of swipes across the ball as well.
Yeah. So the ball did turn somewhat when Brad's hand came through. It kind of turned a little bit in motion.
You know.
Here is Brunson able to.
It's just every time John Cena raps or talks black,
as if this game
my cringe meter goes to 11 out of 10, and I can't. I just can't do
Sacramento, that game in Cleveland is final. Sacramento goes into Cleveland and knocks off.
They literally just ripped off B-Rabbit from Malibu's Most Wanted. Cat can't make it. Rebound, though. They get it out to Brunson for an open three. No good. Hart with the rebound. He whips it to Brunson. Out to OG Anunoby for three. 3 in a row for OG Anunoby.
Come to life here in this third quarter. He's got 20 now for the game.
So, Brady, the Suns, fans have completely turned on Beal. They hate his fucking guts. And he's returning the hatred to us and now basically sandbagging us. He was injured for a while. It looks like he didn't touch a basketball the entire time, even though we saw clips of him. It's my bad, blah, blah. Thank you. That's why you're here, and that's why we pay you the big bucks. B-Rad. Thank you.
Where the Suns can run off buckets to just force a timeout.
Not B-Rabbit.
Yeah, that second quarter is where Phoenix really got hurt. They trailed by 4 at the end of the first, but the second quarter they could not buy a basket.
You suck. You suck.
We'll get a timeout call.
You suck.
6:12 to go in the third.
Bob said, speaking of big bucks, I sold my business and my contracts on Thursday. Nice. Was it a good payout? A good turnaround?
We got a 1%er blop in the house.
As I'm officially unemployed for the first time since 17. Wow. But,
Congrats, man. That's dope.
But you sold your own business, and I'm pretty sure it's going to go a long way. Bro, you living a better life than the rest of us. I'd win this one, bro.
And now I'm getting starving. I've got
Y50, baby.
I've got award-winning brisket in the other room. All right? And the best ribs I've ever had. And tater tot casserole. And the best Brussels sprouts in the world. What would it be like to be a Knicks fan and get to enjoy a winning team again? Those were the days.
I don't know, but to be fair, being a Knicks fan, They deserve this team that they're playing that they have right now because they were not good for the longest time. And their king, Stephen A. Smith, was speaking up for him.
Time now with the AAA Live.
You know what it's like being a Knicks fan.
And Book has certainly done that each time he's made a visit to MSG each.
And LeBron, I know you're watching.
Like I said, one of the best courts I've ever played in. Where
I would have started swinging immediately.
The floor is bouncy, and when you a scorer, you just always seem to have a great rhythm here. And Devin feels real good on this floor.
Look, with 32 points is crazy.
In the third quarter for his 32, and you saw him kind of holding this mouth and nose, and he took that shot off the elbow unintentionally by Josh Hart, but doesn't make it hurt.
Could the Blazers pimp us? I don't know what you mean by that.
They could beat us.
So far tonight, he's been given OG.
That's a for show right on.
Draws a double team here.
Book double gets it to Royce to get over to Oso, who probably should have gone ahead and taken that.
That's my issue with this team. That's my issue with this team right now.
My issue with Oso lately is he's just, he's not aggressive right now.
Yeah, but he's being coached that way is what I'm saying.
Ozambuki, I've definitely watched that entire clip.
Wow, I hit a three. You know Ozo's being coached to be a connector as a big, not be aggressive.
Now we showed you that graphic at the top of the broadcast.
Like, remember that's what they drafted him for. They were like, he's such a heady player, he can make passes, a good connector. Which are all valid and true. Like, he can do all that stuff, but bro, you were wide open in the lane. Just take that shot.
Oh, whoa. Suns ball.
Oso got a hand on it.
No more challenges, Tom.
Let me check to see where my fast is at. You see, I hate myself, so I fast. Okay?
Shut up.
Good.
Look at this.
Sorry that this weekend I decided to, eat better this weekend. Nice.
13:30, which is good enough for me. As long as I pass 13 hours, it's a passing grade.
You know what? Maybe I'll try 12 hours. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Knicks come in here.
Do 13. Give yourself that extra hour.
I'll just
You're
go
gonna
12
sleep
and be fine.
7 of it. You know.
Here's Anunoby, 14 in the quarter.
And drink black coffee or green tea. Black coffee or green tea. It will keep you feeling more full than nothing.
No. I feel you on that. I just don't know when to start. Like, what hours of the day to do it in.
Just as soon as you're done eating and you know that's going to be your last meal,
7 to
hit
7,
start fast. Mine changes. I don't do the same hour every day. I don't keep up with it like that.
I would have to do the same hour and set an alarm for it, or I wouldn't be consistent.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just not good at that stuff.
But it's a way. That was a nice jumper by Brad Beal. I want to give him his credit there. Imagine if Bradley Beal was scoring his average 25 a game, how much better we would be. But you just, that way I don't have to be so rigid with it. It's like, and if you fail, you fail. Oh my God, OG can't miss from 3, bro. That was well contested. 4 in a row.
I think I could go from like 7 to 7 or 8 to 8 or something like that, or maybe even 8 to 9, because my breaks don't start till 9 at work, right?
Perfect.
I could definitely get by on coffee in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until 9 a.m. So I might try that. That'll give you 13. We'll give it a try.
Because if you do that with eating more cleanly, that's when you'll really start seeing.
What kind of green tea are we talking here?
Whatever brand you like.
So you can get those like that bottled Lipton and whatnot.
As long as they're not adding stuff in it to make it taste good. It just needs to be a no caloric intake, and that's what green tea is. There's no calories in it. There's no calories
I'm pretty sure
in
all
black
these
coffee.
other ones have calories in them, bro.
So, like, yeah, I think Arizona brand would work.
Okay.
You know?
Run the brakes off his starters. That's an interesting decision there with A player who's 7
Lint's already Lint has come and gone. Blah blah.
Listen, and wait a minute, that might be changed. Yeah, OG's coming back in.
He heard you. I'm getting ready to say. I mean,
Oh wait, isn't Lint happening right now?
No.
Isn't Lint till Easter? I can't remember which one it is. I know there's
That's it all caps.
you have Mardi Gras, then you have
Like he's not
Lint's right now
tired
until Easter,
I
correct?
mean, the
I'm not
guy-
sure. I don't know how that works. I can't remember.
They're singing his name right now
Anybody
in the
who is
arena.
Catholic, let me know.
But he's still going to come out, which is simply amazing.
I'm trying to remember.
Like
I am a
said,
dirty
lot of
Protestant,
things
so I have
about
no self-control.
the game at times I can be critical of. But when a guy is that hot, he should be the only one to say, I'm ready to come out.
Yeah, during those 15 games that
Lent is a 40 or 46-day period of fasting and almsgiving before Easter. So yeah, Lent's happening right now. Lent's going to end on 420 of all holidays, which is hilarious to me this time.
Booker probing the defense, gets inside on Shamet. 34 for Booker.
Book hits the nice little 2, keeping us afloat here. But I was saying we needed to outscore them in this third quarter, and that's not going to end up happening, I don't think.
Brunson might get a
Picking
little
Brunson
aggressive now that Anunoby is out of the
with
lineup.
Mitchell Robinson. Brunson left-handed to the rack. No good, but Robinson right there to jam it home.
And nothing Gillespie can do with that.
Yeah.
Medina says the Suns will be eliminated if they lose 2 more games, including this one.
Tapped out. Gillespie able to dig it out. Kicks it
Grey
out.
Goose.
No, they got to
No
lose 2
good.
more games after this, and the Kings have to keep winning. If the Kings keep losing, then it's just a waiting game.
Good
So,
pass to
the Kings
Oso.
won. So, yeah, it's probably gonna be worse
Find a
then.
way to hang around.
Yeah, and you have to love the fact that they are
Brunson
doing
bringing the
that,
ball
but
up.
Now they got to do a little bit more down 12. And it's about getting some stops.
Hart, spin move, floater. Wowie, so nice.
His first field goal of the night. Hart comes in averaging almost 14 points per game. Had 16 last night.
Gillespie to Allen. Allen picking and rolling. Gets it back to Guy Gillespie.
Chasing. Colin on the drive.
Oh, Gillespie gets that shit beat by Mitchell Robinson.
Hart.
They pass it out to Lil Daddy Brunson. No look pass to Bridges for the nice, sexy reverse layup off the glass with a little bit of English.
This Knicks team reminds me too much of our old team, and it makes me sad.
Better.
With better biggers. With better bigs. Is it biggers? Whoa, could have been worse.
And he's got to get to the point where he has to be aggressive in that. He had Brunson initially on the dribble,
Right.
but he decelerated for some reason that allowed Mitchell Robinson to come over and block the shot.
Suns have got 11 more shot attempts than the Knicks, but New York continued to shoot at a high clip.
Listen, blop, donkey balls. We tried to have hope.
Passing over the top to Dunn.
Uh-oh.
Lob it up to Oso. Dunn
This is
with
what
a
happens when you
recovery.
don't let your rookies
And then
develop
loose ball foul
all the way
on
through
the
the season, then you
scramble
decide to shut them down for 3 months of the entire season, and then all of a sudden at the end of the year be like, oh, you can play now.
Turns out you give us the best chance
So
of
reset the
winning.
shot clock to 14, 42.6 on the game clock here. Third quarter from the
They might
Garden.
tell me what the difference between December 6th and April 6th when it comes to this team.
Suns can get 2
Nothing.
possessions here
Absolutely
in
nothing.
these last 42 seconds.
Sundo, did you ever watch Inuyasha?
Takes the lob.
Oh my, that was
What an alley-oop, I like
beautiful.
that.
And you washed that.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful dive from Booker.
No, Alex, I didn't watch a lot of Inuyasha, so I couldn't be able to tell you because Inuyasha to me was just, back in the day when we were younger, we couldn't watch dubs. We can only watch dubs, not subs. And so the voice acting for Inuyasha was so annoying to me. Kagome! And then bro just wins scarring every 5 seconds. Ugh.
Shammy lammy ding dong with a nice little 3.
Windstar! Windstar!
You speak the truth, my friend. Booker raising up, long 3 on the way. No. Gillespie.
Come on,
Gillespie, are you kidding me?
Final
Tried,
second.
bro.
Brunson
You
gets
tried,
it
bro.
away.
You tried.
No basket.
Eduardo says Shamet did make threes for shut up.
MSG.
Only if it wasn't a trick shot.
70. You're watching Phoenix Suns basketball.
Yeah, I loved it when Shamet would be a catch-and-shoot guy. He refused to do that for us. He had to show everybody how far he could jump.
Yeah, Roy, Booker is going crazy. Too bad we're down by 15 still. 13, my bad. Or maybe it is 15. What is the score right now? 17? See, I'm not even paying attention. Ugh.
Who got 17?
Christopher Johnson, $5 super chat. Happy Sunday, Baller Gabe and Sensei Sundo. Kings win, and the Suns couldn't buy a bucket. Can't wait till the off season.
Just get us there, man. Can we just please get there?
Hey, bro. Hey, that team's cooked.
This is worse than Summer League. I am more interested during Summer League.
I wouldn't go that far.
Bro, we got to watch Ryan Dunn and
Hey, bro, she can shoot, dog.
And Gillespie.
They picked the wrong one, bro.
Yeah, she got a good release.
They picked the wrong one, bro.
Is she going to have the upper body strength? That's the question.
True.
She does have it. She'll get one of
it.
these. I think she's going to get one.
No, she's going too hard.
She's trying to use the backboard. Got it! Told you.
Hey, yo!
She's built for tough.
Hey, they
built for tough.
He has to be a basketball coach, bro. Look at her.
Built for tough.
Hey, bro.
They're gonna let her shoot for. She ain't gonna even get it to the rim. But that was cool.
You might
she
be
hit
right,
the
but
three.
still, it's worth trying. Go. Come on, lady. Come on, lady. Come on, lady.
Oh! It went off the backboard. I can't believe she got it to the backboard.
Hey, bro.
They should give her two shots from half
court.
court.
They're like, can you play ball? She was like, nope, sure can't. Haven't played ball in a while. Probably my shot's probably dead. And then she just goes in and just wet, bro.
It's a good release.
It was.
It's crazy.
Also, anybody talk about how god awful Kevin Durant has been with clutch free throw shooting this year? The whole team, but for sure Kevin Durant. But this whole team has been like, we can't just single out Kevin Durant.
It's hard to it's the
nitpick.
Whole team, it'd be nitpicking
dude.
On his part. Everything else he's doing so well.
It's the whole team, man. Jamie says off-season Suns predictions. Gabe, it doesn't ask me because I'm not the expert. You are. Let's start with the coach. Let's start with the coach because you made a video about that.
I think Bud will get fired. I think it'll be great for us. And I think we're going to have a lot of change. And I'm not going to buy anything Ishbia says, dude. I ain't taking none of his snake oil salesman seriously, you know?
Allen on the drive, lost the handle.
My gosh.
Got
it back.
Hey, can we just call fouls here? Because they literally jump on top of Brody.
McBride to Shambones for three. No good.
Anyway, Roy says, Sundo, what's your favorite NBA arena? I haven't been to an NBA arena. So I would say, though, one of my favorite arenas doesn't exist anymore. And that's the Palace of Auburn Hills.
Of 27.
Yeah, and I like to, want to use the excuse it was all in Knicks defense.
Paying for three,
you know
no
exactly
good.
Why. Malice in the Palace, baby.
Wide open looks.
And just have not knocked them down.
New York, meanwhile, 11 of 22.
Highest to Beal, open three, needs to hit it, can't. Tipped out by Dunn, over to Goosey Gumdrops, who steps on Mitchell Robinson's foot a little bit. Tyus back to Goose to the rack, Euro. That was a nice move. That was a nice move.
The big body of Mitchell Robinson, all 7 feet, 250 of him.
Well, blop. That's why I say you don't trade Booker. If that's the case, you know what I mean? Like if Booker is top 12 and all that, you don't trade him. Don't talk
on Robinson. 3 fouls on him in 11 minutes.
Gooseable, first three, good.
Get a one-time free triple burger when you download the app and
Triple burger. Get out
Suns
of
players
here.
don't have the will to win. Yeah, I think the will to win to them was taken away in February, if we're being honest. I think that false little streak of wins in January when we played all those bad East Conference teams gave us a false sense, and they were like, okay, we'll be good after All-Star weekend, and then they weren't.
Back to Shamit now.
Shammy to the rack, loses it. Richards steals it, throws it up to Tyus. Tyus looking for a reset here. Kicks it down to Richards.
High and behind him.
High and behind him, and Richards isn't the greatest pass catcher in the world, so
Give it right
turnover.
Their 11th turnover. Here is Payne.
Can I say something? Can I make a bold prediction?
Please.
Rebound Jones.
If James Jones doesn't get fired, he's just a glorified accountant and not a GM.
Absolutely. He's not the GM if he doesn't get fired. Beal, nice crossover to the rack. Nice lefty lay. There it is.
Left-hand finish.
Very sexy finish for Beal.
No other Sun starter in double figures.
Hart.
Devin Booker, the only one of the 5
Over
starters.
to
He's at
Mitchell.
34.
McBride is the one.
McBride picking and rolling. Out to Cameron Payne. Out to McBride for Thrizzle. No good.
But he says Kevin Durant will go back to Golden State. That'd actually be kind of funny if he does.
I wonder, man.
What's that quote? All roads return back to what? I don't know. What's that word about whenever you go back to your first real love, all roads? I don't know. Either way, Kevin, that would be funny. HBO chose to spend stupid money on Beal, not Jones. I mean, that's why I'm saying if James Jones doesn't get fired, then he's a glorified accountant and not the GM, and HBO is making all the calls. That's why I said that.
Beal's starting to find his shot.
Too late though. Allbot says the only thing Devin hey, Blop, what have I been saying all season? It's the only thing Devin Booker's been worse at is shooting more threes and not hitting them. And I've been complaining about that all season. But, I mean, to be fair, he's probably either being coached that way. But I want Booker to go back to being the mid-range assassin that he was.
Have kind of found themselves in that 10 to 13-point bubble most of the second half and just missing a little 8-0 run to put some pressure here on New York. Beal at the stripe for the first time.
Yeah, Jeebus. I mean, I think the Suns probably make enough money to make it worth it for him, though, you know, financially. And he's to the point where he's so rich that I just don't think that that's a big deal for him.
I don't think
he
the Suns
owns
are a bad
popular NBA franchise. He's loving life. He's smiling every day.
No, with TV contracts, I don't think the Suns are a bad investment. I think hiring and firing coaches is the bad investment. But like Gabe's mentioned, with the revenue and the fact that he owns all these other companies, you know, losing money on coaches or paying coaches like that's not really going to hurt him.
It ain't touching.
Kind of crazy to say that. But for sure, buying the team was a great investment for him. That's why he spent so much money on it. If he, you know,
even if it wasn't, dude, it's like, you ever bought something that you just wanted really, 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 really bad, and you have it, so you're like, I don't give a fuck if I lost money on this. I have this now. I have what I've always wanted.
Teddy, it's not Teddy. It's like, again, we aren't arguing what you're arguing, because you're arguing that the Suns needed to just go all in on getting draft capital, yada 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 yada. That's not I would love for that to happen. I'm just trying to look at the whole reality of it, where Booker's not going to get traded, and you're going to trade KD for some semblance of draft capital, and you're just going to have to ride with Beal and Booker. You know what I mean? And figure it out that way. Not that magically,
I've got a lot of
able to trade Book. Cool, but.
Eddie Dean, the replay machine, of course, the graphics queen, Brianna Jonelis.
The Suns aren't going to trade Booker.
We got the Sushi King.
If they do, then shoot. I will be glad to be wrong, and they will be all in for, you know, rebuilding. But I just don't think that's the route they're going to go.
Good shot from Dunn, just doesn't go. Yeah, man, it's kind of a waste of time to talk about whether or not we should trade Booker. They're not going to. They've all come out and let us know
the
ahead
hardest
of
piece is
time.
why wouldn't Booker get traded? Well, because what Gabe just said, they let us know ahead of time. If people aren't going to show up and watch Booker lose 62 games, the TV again, if we're talking technicalities of ownership, I'm not an owner. I don't know anything about that. But TV contracts in like. That's not going to be a issue for
the
coach.
Severance theme song. You're making me miss my show. By the way, season 2 finale had an incredible HBCU drumline dancing scene with my boy
Bernard, don't speak that to
Mr. Milchick.
Shut up. Nice. Cobb, $2 super chat. KD is a poison that every team he gets traded to. Hey, that's your opinion, and I'm keeping my mouth shut.
You still got that link ready to be sent out as soon as he gets traded?
Oh, buddy, trust me. It will go out. I will revive my whole Twitter account for that moment.
Beal attacks and scores. Fugazi? Can we get a F in the chat for Fugazi comeback? We also need a Fugazi emoji.
The Suns on an 11-4 scoring run. The Knicks have missed their last 7. 10-point
We need a smiling through it all emoji.
Lana says, should we just shut down KD? If I was in charge and we lose this game and then we lose the Golden State, yeah, I'm shutting them down. But I don't think he wants himself shut down. I think Kevin Durant still cares about, his legacy and will want to finish the season. But
Jeebus, so they chose to get rid of Monty.
They chose because
so they picked Ayton, and the reason they got rid of Ayton too is because a month later or so, Ayton came to them and said, I want to be traded too. So they picked the wrong horse, because if they would have waited a month, they would realize that horse was about to dip out the stable as well.
Also, Ishbia and Monty didn't see eye to eye.
You're right. Monty and Ishbia.
That was
Ishbia didn't like
the
Monty.
case. And so that was reported that Monty, when Ishbia got there, Monty, they just didn't see eye to eye, and Ishbia wanted to get his own guy in there. And so that's why Monty Williams isn't the coach for the Suns. I'd be willing to believe that if they did get along, Chris Paul never gets traded, and we would have tried to run with Ayton, and then we would have just ended up trading Ayton, and then we would have CP3 on his team still with Booker and KD. That's my belief. Now, you can argue whether that's bad or not, but to have a 40 and a 37-year-old all on team, but
Your boy Bobby Flay. Your boy Craig Melvin. Your boy Chuck D wearing the Knicks fan TV hat. That's pretty dope. Tim Robinson.
I know, Matt. That's the crazy point, dude. CP3 never got hurt this season. Knock on wood about that. But dude never got hurt. Now, to be fair, he is playing for the Spurs, and Pop is really, that whole franchise is good about resting players. Like, that's a fact, dude. And when CP3 is playing for the Suns, he was playing what, a good 36 minutes every night.
Also right to the rim. So 10-point game.
All Houston's giving up is Van Vliet and the Suns picks back. Sure, I'll take that if that's what we got.
Continue their rhythm here out of the timeout.
Yeah, Knicks have missed their last 7. Suns on
Bridges.
an 11-4 scoring run.
Uh-oh. Richards goes down hard.
Right.
Richards.
Thank you, Raheem. Michael P says this would be a lot different if NBA didn't institute two-tier protocol. Yeah, but they had to. They wanted to make it hard for teams to stop stacking the deck and making super teams, and the Suns wanted to stack their deck before that happened, and now they're feeling the wrath of it.
Yeah, that's that big body of Anunoby.
And notice all the freaking
that knee in the
second
side
apron
of his
teams,
calf.
bro, are starting to shed the weight. Butler got traded.
His first free throw attempts tonight.
Christopher Johnson said Gabe couldn't get into Severance for some reason. So did you feel like it was slow? Because I know a lot of people feel like it's slow to begin.
No surprise, leads the league in minutes once again, third time in his career, averaging not quite 38 minutes per game.
Fargo's good. Fargo season 1 was really good. What's up?
I'm gonna try. I really do want to watch it, but we'll see.
15 games each.
Is it a thriller?
So here's the thing. I don't want to tell you too much because for me, I went into it with no information other than it was called Severance, and it blew me away. I told Gary the setup, and so he felt like it was slow to start because he's like, okay, get to the good stuff that they told me about. It's like,
gotcha.
So I don't want you to even know too much. Because then you'll be like, okay, get to that stuff.
Shut up, Burner.
Now he's gotten shaken free a little bit, and he's got it going.
He's got a dozen now. Nearly had the steal on Brunson. And you can see Brunson clearly.
They do make an animated cartoon about
Chicken
them
wings.
at one
Oh
point.
my gosh. Hey, I'll watch the anime episode if that's the case.
In the show.
I'll watch that one.
It's like
Severance is
claymation.
like
It's more
Lost.
like claymation, though.
Severance is like Lost, but in an office setting.
No, it is not like Lost.
Yeah.
And Lost is my favorite show of all time.
And then
I mean, there's similarities as far as
Burner, I
greatness
literally
levels.
read your point and then repeated it. So I was mocking you in a way. Shut up.
And Bud wants to challenge it.
But I will say Severance is funny. It's intense.
10-point game.
It's a little bit. It's definitely a thriller in ways. It's a mystery. It's mysterious. My favorite aspect is like the cult aspect. There's a large cult aspect, and I'm very interested in cults.
Okay.
Like specifically.
First I've heard about that.
I just think they're very interesting, specifically one cult, and this show is very representative of a very popular cult.
Which one are you so interested in?
The main one. The main
current one?
The main one that is
ending up on couches one?
Huh? Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Standing up on them couches one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I've done a lot of research into that
fact,
cult.
Fun fact, Mrs. Sundo was at a bookstore and found the whole series of books by that person at that store. Yeah.
What's it called? Dianetics or something like that? I don't
remember. If we're talking about the standing on top of the couches.
Oh yeah.
That guy, Mission Impossible.
Not a video with a black leather couch, Burner. That's a different couch.
Oh,
okay.
I hate Burner, bro. I just can't stand.
He
Burner.
needs to be removed from polite society.
Hey, Michael P for sure. Cult of personality. CM Punk.
Elon Hubbard. Don't disrespect LRH like that.
Hey, one of my favorite lines by Kanye though is what's that song? Oh, it's the Big Sean album. That's that don't play. Woo! That's that new Ye. People saying I'm the closest thing to Mike since Janet. Woo! What did he say after that? Something, homie, we jumping off of them couches. Oh, Tom Cruise, homie, we jumping up on them couches.
That's
hey, bro.
hilarious.
It's pretty obvious he didn't do anything.
Gosh, have you ever heard that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I love that. That album by Big Sean is probably one of the more underrated rap albums, in my opinion.
If anything, should have been a foul.
Minus I don't with you.
But the Suns
It's a good album.
fortunately win the challenge.
Like blessed.
Keep the possession, which is big. They trail by 10.
I like
My
how
grandma, my
everybody
God, I'm the
just
man of the house.
ignores his religious album like it doesn't even exist.
Oops.
Kanye.
Why not go up and overturn it?
Are you talking about Jesus is King album? The Blue album, baby?
It wasn't a terrible album.
Forces you to use your
There
Yeah,
was some
but
bangers on
but,
it.
but have you seen the what's the leaked album that got released that had like a bunch of tracks from Jesus and King and Donda together that were the originals that were actually like, oh man, if Kanye would have put this out, he might have like, I mean, he was already Kanye West, but that album probably would have been fire had he done that.
Book on the drive, drops it off to Jones.
Your boy Kanye.
Bias. Well, I still like Kanye West. I think he's an idiot and a freaking weirdo and crazy, but I still like Kanye. Dude, the dude still made college dropout and graduation. Like, what are we talking about here? Still made freaking late registration. Okay, like,
So you
still made
support
808s and heartbreaks.
everything he does.
No, not everything. I think after 808s and heartbreaks, you'd be hard pressed to find me say that I like all of his stuff.
Politically, you're loving him.
Shut up.
Tie us with a juicy 4 points, everybody. Tie us with a juicy 4 points.
That's crazy, Inferno. I
Make
look
it
nothing like
five.
Kanye West. That's like somebody coming in here and saying I look like the guy from Sun's Digest and More Brothers. Shut up.
I think you look more like Kanye than you do the dude from
Sun's Digest. Yeah, so whoever came in here, bro, that was so rude. Brunson.
Lines up the 3-0. Beal snaps it away the rebound from Towns.
Uh-oh, Dunn took a shot.
Dunn's hurt.
He's slow to come back the other way.
Book, hit a 3. I need a 3. Beal. Uh-oh, Beal
It was
waves
Kanye
off
and
the
Gabe was
defender.
Amber Rose Halloween costume. That's wild.
Everybody off. Carl Towns cannot guard Bradley Beal.
You love
Bradley Beal.
you love
right now.
Amber Rose's politics now too.
I don't even know what she be doing, bro.
Knicks have missed their last 8 shots, and then a foul out near midcourt on Beal. That's his first.
Probably shouldn't wear his
13th
outfits. Malo. All right.
The final hello, Gabe and Sundo. Is this the swan song for this team?
Pride.
Yes. I was thinking more like Mr. T for Sundo. I pity the fool, Zambuke. Shut up. Okay.
Anunoby, Towns.
Like, we're not just gonna start picking random black guys that Sundo looks like. It's kind of wildly racist. Like, let's relax.
Beal guarding your boy. OG versus Nick Rich.
Well, that long rest
Why,
did
bro?
not cool him off.
Why is
He got
OG
30.
hitting everything? I don't get it. Like, I get it if it's Brunson.
Draws double team attention.
Fugazi.
Right back round from Jones. Bridges defending. Takes a peek inside. Gets a screen from Beal.
You know it's good pass by Beal. I'll give him credit for that. Tyus fumbles though and doesn't hit the 3. This is not a 3-point shooting team. We can't do it. Time to hang it up. All right. Should have been hung up in February. Stop shooting 3s. Sundo, you look like Terry Crews. Well, except for the being ripped part.
In the face, you look nothing.
Nothing
like Terry Crews. Okay.
About a different game here. New York 11 of 26.
Spurs fan Gary, what's up? Shut up. Also,
Kicks it out to Bridges.
can't stand this dude, bro.
Rebound Richards.
Got numbers here. Knicks running to the offensive glass.
Book raising up for 3. Won't get it. Hart jumps in.
Yeah, I told him that you
that'll be 3 free throws coming.
hate when people say that you look like Dylan. And he goes, well, he's not as light-skinned as Dylan. I was like, that's his argument. That's Sundo's main problem
That's
with it.
it's absolutely my main problem, and it stands. It stands absolutely. Sundo looks like
Dylan's
a
the
patriotic
best.
American to me, Jeremy says.
I guess Devin needed to roll
Dusty
around
B
on the
says
floor.
Kanye sporting the KKK hood and rapping my N-words, rocking swastikas. College dropout doesn't make up for this. First of all, I probably shouldn't have read that because now we're getting banned from YouTube because I said the word swastika. So thanks for that. Second off,
Book misses
fair
the free
enough,
throw.
Dusty. Can't argue that. You got me.
Again, you start to count those situations, those occurrences.
Free throws from Book is good. Book's got, it looks like, untied shoes.
Under 4.5 to go.
Shut up, Gary. Please just
Mecca.
stop. Please just
Don't let the liberal media
try to
tell
teach
you how to think and feel.
Total.
If you have hate in your heart, you let that hate out.
Pass inside Beal.
If you don't like Will and Grace, there's nothing wrong with you.
You
But it will remain
he
Knicks
brought
basketball,
up
4.2
Will
to go.
and Grace,
Left
for
on the shot
God's
clock.
sake.
Gosh, man. Whew. Just take me back to that time. Take me back
Inbound.
to the before Bush put us in 60
Tyus
wars.
Jones, you just cannot allow that.
You know,
16
before
to Bridges in his 35 minutes.
Dave Chappelle had to hang it up because they wouldn't pay him his
Booker
money.
Anunoby defending.
About like right before the recession,
Yes.
we didn't know
Gets
life
the
was
screen.
going to be
Pocket
that
pass
good.
Dunn. Inside Richards.
Richards to the
And
rack. Nice
I'll
strong
even-
take.
And this is an unpopular opinion. Take me back to the Obama years for all I care, bro. Take me back there, okay?
They weren't bad.
Either one.
Good catch there
Either
from
one.
Richards as well.
Either post-recession
And
or take me
traffic.
back to Obama years, and I'll be
Taking
fine.
the hit from Brunson.
Yeah, we were drone striking the shit out of children, innocent children, back with him. I love that.
Shut up, Gabe, because we don't.
Well, he
America
was
first.
the deporter in chief.
Multiple defenders.
I love
You
you,
know,
And putting his teammates in position to
he
make
was.
Guys gotta do it. And the great
Shut
thing is
up.
Brad
And
has
those are the
Gabe.
things you like.
So now he has
Correct.
His
the
neocon
another
tendencies.
creator
Correct.
who catches the ball.
Okay,
5-point
neocon
game here.
Sundo.
Scored New York
Correct.
22 to 10 here in this fourth
Heart.
As long as he was keeping America safe and my pocketbook wasn't bothered, okay?
quarter. Fire extinguisher on him. Booker comes for help. Nearly. Able to
Oh,
time
come
out
on,
the
Mikhail.
Grizzlies
Don't
again.
make that.
The opening.
Oh my gosh, man.
Thank you, Gary. That's when we built the cages for the Mexican children.
Look,
You know,
if we're doing this, I'm gonna quote my favorite rapper, Eminem. Okay, I am whatever you say I am, and no, Eminem's not my favorite rapper. I was just being a fishy, whatever that big word is that I can't speak right now. Thank you.
Donate it to somebody. Donate it to a charity.
Where's Grace and Pac-Man? I don't know, but we're just BSing. This game keeps getting closer and closer. By the way, I don't know if you noticed.
we weren't expecting it to get closer. That's what it was.
I know.
I didn't think we
So-
had a fugazi to this degree left in us.
Devin fading back. Ananobi's right there on his foot. I mean, I don't.
Lil
understand
Dicky's your
that.
favorite rapper. Now, hear me out. No,
Mikhail
but
getting
I
loose.
need Lil Dicky to come back and actually start putting out some bangers again. Because the world was actually in a better place when Lil Dicky was rapping and Post Malone was rapping. All of a sudden, Post Malone's a pop star and the world starts going crazy. Bring back rapping Post Malone.
They said he was a culture vulture.
Anunoby with left
You
hand.
know?
He'll step back with the baseline.
Please no, Anunoby. Thank you, you effing bozo.
Picked by Hart.
And it looks like Wayman. I don't even know who that is, Craig, but I'll have to Google it.
Book deep
Book
three,
selling.
no good. It was an okay three.
Brunson on the drive, spins away from Beal, who will pick up the personal.
Inferno, that was good. VIP. Someone says El Toro.
Oh, El Toro wants to watch this
With the late
fugazi,
VIP
huh?
That's what makes guys hard to guard.
14th foul on Phoenix. Close in on 2.5 to go.
No,
Daddy
Burner, not
Brunson.
really. I always thought Bubba
Brunson
Sparks was
gets it
weird.
back.
Watch the left-handed drive.
I didn't
Now
choose
Bridges
rapping.
and Beal gets
Rapping
it
chose
up.
me.
That's gonna go
It's
down as
weird.
a foul on Bradley Beal. And now bonus
Adam, I'm going to try to
situation for the
find you
Knicks,
one
the
here. I
remaining
think I can find
2:27.
one.
I mean, Bubba Sparks with the beat where Timberland basically gave him Missy Elliott's "Get Your Freak On," but just changed it up a little bit, kind of like what's his face did for and P. Pablo's Freak League.
Aiden, technically we can still make the play in, but I don't know if we can do it if we lose this game.
Blop Blop Bubba Sparks. Who was the other one with the grills? Paul Wall.
Paul Wall was goated. Paul Wall is goated. Paul Wall's accepted and invited to the cookout, by the way.
Is he now?
Because his wife is black. Okay? Okay? He didn't just talk about it, he was about it. Beal Euro gonna get that shit slapped by McHale.
Let's be real, brother. They were just putting anybody in Def Jam Fight from New York at that point. Any rapper that was popular that they could get on that game, they was putting them in that game. And by the way, Def Jam Fight from New York, a goated game. There'll never be another game like it. Never, ever, ever be another game like it. And Snoop Dogg as Crow was the worst boss fight ever. I had so much trouble fighting that dude. Beal for 3, in and out. Fugazi, Fugazi, Fugazi.
2 minutes left of Fugazi action, folks. Don't forget to hit that Fugazi like button. Brunson got Tyus on him. What a treat for everyone to get to experience.
He says, "Hi, Gabe. Any reason I lost my VIP right now? I don't know. You're not missing anything. Brunson Reed just
you were
hit
gone,
3, so.
And then one of these guys asked for it, but I might be able to find another one. I should have another one in here. Book to
Matt
the
Jones
rack.
a close second.
No, Bookie! Oh my God!
least
Can
you
you
got to follow
believe
that.
that went in?
And again, another no call coming from Andy Nagy as Booker.
Suns down 8.
hit on a putback attempt.
Andy Nagy really quiet on the whistle with the Suns for some reason tonight.
Nicholas Sakasi, you're probably right. And I'm going to be honest with you, the only player in that list that you just listed that I absolutely would want to keep is Bobo anyway. So all them dudes can walk. Minus KD. I would like to keep KD, but he's going to get traded. So gone. About fun fact, if Def Jam Fight for New York never happened, then none of the Batman Arkham games. I can see that. I don't know the connection because I don't remember who developed it, but I can see that. Because the Batman Arkham games took a lot of the combat aspects from Def Jam. Really? What's the connection, though? Is it a studio connection, or what is it?
You know what's crazy, man, is not only did Marvel Rivals copycat the game of Overwatch, but literally like the top developers of when Overwatch was good are working for Marvel. It's literally the Overwatch creators that made Marvel Rivals. That's why it's so good. I watched this long documentary on it. It's pretty crazy.
OC says, been wondering if Bobo will be staying next year or signed somewhere else. I don't know. I hope he stays.
I can't imagine he'd stay.
I mean, if somebody's going to pay him.
Beal with the tip in. Fugazi continues.
If the Lakers got Bobo, I would cry. They already got Colin Castleton from us in that one draft. It was a UDFA, and we wanted Colin Castleton. Now they're about to get Bobo. No. Arkham City, the greatest game of all time, Vision says. That's a bold proclamation. But Arkham City was really, really good. That whole era of gaming, again, we didn't know how good we had it. Mass Effect 2 and 3, freaking Arkham City, Arkham Asylum.
I'm a Diamond Gooner.
Modern Warfare, Halo 3, Halo Reach, to an extent Halo 4 if you like the end of that cycle. Just so many good, Borderlands 1 and 2. Destiny was at the end of the cycle. We didn't know how good we had it game-wise in that. And that's why I keep saying take me back to the Obama years, because the Obama years in gaming was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And then digital DRM got involved, and then everybody wanted to make free-to-play games that they can monetize, and that was it. Dunzo after that.
Also,
Single
keep
player
it.
games died.
Oso has got Brunson between him and the rim.
Hart sees an opening and takes the foul from Beal and immediately helped up.
Gears
Hard
of
foul, but
War,
somebody
for
gotta
sure,
do it.
free rush.
And look, there's a lot of
2K was better even then.
fans and maybe even some players.
Shut
that
up.
will take
Gary says I haven't believe we haven't mentioned
exception
Pong
to that
yet.
foul by
Shut
Brad,
up.
but
Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead
that's the kind
2.
of foul
Bro, do you
want.
remember
Dead
that
Rising.
game? Do you remember the game? Do you have an older brother?
Do I have an older brother?
Yeah.
No, I
sister?
have older cousins though.
Did you ever watch them play?
Let's go a step
Because I feel like you and me would have been a little too
How
young.
dare
But
any New York
Paperboy?
Knicks fan think that
I
that's
remember
a
the game
hard
Paperboy. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the problem, right? It's like if you
That's a good rap name, by the way, Paperboy.
How dare
That's a
you.
Yes.
great rap name.
It's almost as if there's not a TV show about that.
There's a TV show about Paperboy?
Just look up the show Atlanta on FX by Donald Glover. He wrote a show called Atlanta, and the rapper in the show is literally called Paperboy.
Really?
Paperboy, Paperboy, all about that Paperboy.
Good name.
Hart, another double-digit rebound.
You could always go Lil
10
Paperboy or
rebounds,
Young
5 points,
Paperboy.
5 assists. Allen takes the handoff back to Jones. Lost the handle.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
What a terrible way to end the game. And he did a 360, bro. Oh, that's just insult to injury.
Hey, Dot, you're a hater. You're a straight up hater. And I do not know how to do the Megan dance. How dare you?
And run out of shots.
You guys give me your favorite rapper names, like in real life or like made up ones.
Once again, the best rapper in the world also has the best rap name. Blizzard Man. Okay.
Blizzard Man, B-Rad,
Blizzy B.
That's typical right there.
Murder Beats.
Murder Beats. Holla at me.
From 3.
Rob Deerdeck.
Tough night. Special thanks to our
Why would
wonderful
that
crew
be a
here
rap
at
name?
Page
I'm just
Fan
naming
Service,
random white dudes that
legendary
did stupid
Jimmy
stuff
Rob
like
Deerdick.
Robin Big, bro.
Robin Big was goated.
Rest in
Do
peace.
work.
Eddie Dean, the replay
Rest in
show.
peace.
Yeah,
Final
man.
score 112-98. The Knicks win it.
Scary.
Next broadcast is Wednesday. The Suns battle it out with the West leading.
Hey, everybody. You guys excited for... We have OKC on Wednesday?
No, we have Golden State first, though.
Maybe they have OK. No. It says we play the Thunder on Wednesday.
Yeah, but I thought it said that we played
Oh,
Golden State
okay.
beforehand.
So what day? Tuesday?
Maybe it's a back-to-back.
Sponsored by Sweet James with your host, Tom Leander and Tom Chambers.
Well, guys, yeah, SB, I'm not going to lie. Yellow Wolf is in my top 5 favorite rappers. That's an actual fact.
OMG. Yeah, we
Yellow
have
Wolf
Golden
has
State and
some
OKC
shit.
on a back-to-back. This season's over. We're cooked. Warriors on Tuesday, OKC on Wednesday, followed by... Yeah, it's cooked. We're cooked.
LMAO. I mean, you could say tonight, or today, rather, this evening, they put up a decent fight. They didn't get beat
All right.
by 30.
Do we got to do this? Do we got to do this for today?
What?
There's just edgelording in the chat.
They're edgelording?
You know whom. By you know whom.
Hey, Jeezy is also in my top 5, probably top number 1. Jeezy, my guy.
Anytime I hear Jeezy, I just go, chill, automatically.
Jeezy like to drink. Jeezy like to smoke. Jeezy like to mix Arm & Hammer, Sundo, with his coke. Okay? I'm just saying.
Corey says, Sundo, what's that Paperboy song? Paperboy, all about that Paperboy. That's all you need to know. Just watch the show Atlanta. It's in there.
Which would you rather be, Sun Diddy or Sunye West?
read
Neither are
that.
good right now.
I wasn't gonna
Neither
answer.
are good.
It's like, what do you want to be? Somebody who's affiliated as a racist and a Nazi as a black man, or do you want to be someone who's known as being someone who plays with booty holes? I don't know. It's like, I don't know, bro. Like, and not just playing.
I don't
like
think the problem.
Forcefully playing, bro.
Forcefully
that's the
playing is
issue.
one way to put it.
Okay.
I think it's not so much about being known as someone that plays with booty holes. I think it's
the forcefully part.
Said booty holes not being down with the playing.
That's my point. So do I
Okay.
know? That's my point. No. So either one's bad. It's the end of the season, and I do not care. There's no hashtag no filter. Okay.
I like his nickname Sundo Hegseth the most. Okay. Sundo Hegseth.
Look, Tom Chambers just called the team a bunch of quitters. Tom Chambers looks real mad. Well, I mean, I'd be real mad too, bro.
I didn't feel like they quit tonight.
When you got to watch this team every day and it's your job, look, and me and Gabe just do this for fun-ish. We don't get paid like they do. Yeah, I'd feel some type of way if I'm Tom Chambers and all those dudes working literally and having to watch this. Like, it's your livelihood. Can we just get Sam Cassell? Can we get Sam Cassell? Can we get your boy Taylor? Can we get your boy Rondo? You know,
I hope that there's a strong list of available coaches.
Sundo, no, I can't Mallow. That'll never happen.
Just imagine being as horny as
Arizona Sports Show. Here's the deal. I understand that, but like all we've done is hired proven coaches for the last 2 seasons, and it's been dog water. So
quote unquote proven.
I mean, they're both NBA champions. I
How
don't
about
care what
Becky
you say.
Hammond?
They are both NBA champions. Becky Hammond. Sure, let's go get Becky Hammond. Why not? Make the move.
You know, here's the sitch.
And boy is crazy, Spurs fan Gary.
If she says that she can lead the Suns to a title, that's where the believe all woman kicks in. And I believe all woman. So if she says she'll lead us to a title, you got to hire her. Because woman don't lie, Sundo.
Did I ever mention how much I hate you?
Just saying. Ivan said, did you guys hear the news? What news? I am excited to listen to your boy. Your boy, Buddy.
Not my boy anymore. Okay. He was my boy until about Black History Month, and then it was done after that. Okay. He let me down during Black History Month. A lot of people let me down during Black History Month.
That's a month you ain't trying to be let down.
We're not going to talk about that. That's straight facts, though. Facts. If there's one month you don't let me down, it is Black History Month. And let me tell you, if you do, hard coming back from it.
Burner, if you think women lie, I mean, I don't understand what's wrong with you. You know? Even if two women are having diametrically opposed arguments with each other, even if they're saying the exact opposite thing to each other, they're both telling the truth. Their truth. And that's the only thing that matters.
What about the Westbrook news? I don't know anything about the Westbrook news, Ivan. We haven't.
I don't want Westbrook if that's a part of it. I mean, are you talking about when they said that the Suns are like the highest percentage likelihood of getting Westbrook? Pass.
Hey, Burner, you know what, Burner? I can't let you know what happened to me personally, but you're probably right. You probably were the most consistent person during my Black History Month.
He showed respect. He paid homage.
It's true.
You know?
This is true.
What happened to your Battlehawks?
I turned the game off. We were up 17-3
Easy
at
clapper.
halftime. So
Easy
let me
clap.
turn it back on. I'll turn it back on and let you know if it was an easy clap. Game's still on. If the Brahmas came back, I'm gonna be upset. It's 26-9. So yeah, we're still clapping. We're still clapping.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter. It's 26-9. This is GG's. Kellen Mund not getting it done for the San Antonio Brahmas.
Dusty says, throw some eyeliner on and you could be Sundo Vance. Why does he look like... Is he just that good looking now that he always looks like he has eyeliner on?
No.
Your boy JD Vance. He does look like he's wearing eyeliner.
Yeah, it's like the Derek Carr effect. Remember Derek Carr always looked like he had an eyeliner on too? There's just something about people, like, I don't get it. It must be in the genes.
What a weird gene. But, you know, it looks cool or whatever. But, yeah. He used to be fatter, by the way. He looks a lot better skinny. We all do. JD.
I don't support I don't even know what I'm going to say about that because I can't even think of
Non-Democrats.
anything. But
You're
I'm
a
not
good
going to
person
support
for that.
that white man. Okay, not allowed to.
I'm more.
Okay?
For me, I'm already locking in my vote for Jasmine Crockett for president.
I don't even know who that is, but
You
I'm
a
gonna do
damn
quick
lie.
Google. I don't know who that is.
Jasmine Crockett, baby.
Now I'm Googling.
Freshman congresswoman, I believe.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. She's definitely got a look.
You know, you know she's got attitude. All right,
Here for it. Sure,
she's
put her
got
in
that
office.
attitude.
If she can't win.
NC Dream says, "I'm done with basketball. This game do it to you." This game, is this your first time watching one of these things?
First time for sure.
Right?
Come on, hurry up with the press conference so I can hear a bunch of ums and get out of here. I'm tired of it.
Real.
I'm sick of this. Ugh. It's a hold. Still got sacked though. How do you hold somebody and still get a sack?
Nobody open coverage. They're playing that Gary Menson coverage. Slam ball league would be crazy.
Hey, bro, slam ball. I used to when I was in high school or middle school. I can't remember when that was out. I think it was late middle school, early high school. I wanted to be a slam baller so bad, dude. Like that was when you were setting up. This is like you already set up the trampoline with the basketball goal back in the day, but now you was really setting up that trampoline with the basketball goal. You know, you was practicing because you thought that was gonna be a thing forever, right? You was like, man, I'm about to be a slam baller.
Yeah,
bro.
it just didn't work, did it?
They brought it back. It's like an online thing now, but it's more of a local thing for, wherever it's at now.
It'd be
it's
super
not
fun to go do, but yeah. We're almost there, man. We're almost through the season. It's almost over. It really has a summer league feel, bro. Like,
Essie says he literally wears eyeliner. Well, good for him, man. He must be a good old emo kid. If tonight will be the night, then I will fall for you over again.
Emo
That's JD Vance.
JD Vance.
JD Vance over here listening to My Chemical Romance. And when I was a young boy,
Donald Trump was running the Senate. No.
Was on The Apprentice. Anyway.
Baby Mall says, when the season ends, what other live streams will you do? LMAO.
Wrestling.
I mean...
Wrestling. Because guess what? WrestleMania is in 2 weeks, Gabe.
Really?
We gotta stream it, bro. We gotta stream WrestleMania. Are we gonna start a wrestling channel this offseason? Or are we gonna do it here? Start the wrestling channel. All right.
I think it would be worth it to start the channel.
Suns Valley Wrestling coming near you, and we will be watching all the old pay-per-views with Gabe, even though he's already been doing it.
So here's how I think what we should do is whatever type of content we want is fine, like for our friends here in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But I think to make it profitable, we should put together compilations and we don't even need to talk on them. We just release segments. It's not about us. It's about the segments.
Valley Pro Wrestling. Sure.
It's not bad. It's not a bad name. It's not bad.
The Valley Pro Wrestling. You got to put the. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that's already a thing, like Ohio Valley Wrestling. So yeah. Burner says midget wrestling is on the menu again. Remember when we used to do that, bro?
We had nothing better to do. Wendell Sanders says
after dark.
So no chance of getting into the play-in. I guess let's take a look.
If the Kings won, we are already 2 games back before these start. If the Kings won and we lost, that means we're 3 games back, and we have 4 games left. So unless the Kings just completely fumble,
we can take one directly from them.
Yes, we got to take one directly from them, but we also have a back-to-back with Golden State and OKC game.
Now, here's a sitch.
Here's how it's going to work, right?
They've clinched. OKC is clinched. They might not try.
True. That's true. But here's what's going to happen. If we still got to make up ground. So yeah, it's basically over, bro. It's done. We're done. We're cooked. We got to win. We basically got to win these next 4, and they got to lose 3.
I would, if it was time to, like actually put a bet down, and you had to put money on this, will we make it? I would say, hell no. I won't put 1 penny on the Suns getting in.
Yeah,
3 games left with four to go.
Yeah, no,
3 wins down with 4 to go. Sorry,
3 games back with 4.
No.
Yeah, it's over. It's over, dude. It's like we're not mathematically out yet but it's out. I don't care who the Kings have to play. I don't have confidence that we beat Golden State and OKC before we play the Kings, yet alone beat the Kings. So,
Gary says, "How bad would Suns fans feel if OKC?"
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
Bench?
I don't know if
that wouldn't surprise me.
It'd just be more, like, okay, cool. What do I expect? I expected it, right? I think Suns fans are just down bad, period. So I don't think it matters.
We're in the end game now, Gary. We're all about what is going to set us up for the best offseason possible, and a loss like that would make it that much easier for Ishbia to walk away from Bud and that money.
Mm-hmm.
Not making the play-in makes it easier to say, okay, Bud, look, man, like, by all accounts, this was an abject failure, and it was a bigger failure than what we fired Vogel for last season. In fact, we would love to have Vogel back over your ass. I bet KD would rather have Vogel, considering what it turned into, you know? We'd rather have Monty back. So we certainly can't keep you. Certainly can't keep you.
Which is sad because he's a local guy. That's
Very
what made
sad.
that hire for the Suns community fun.
Extra
He's
special.
a local guy.
Yeah.
Yep. Guess what? Epic failure. So unless they want to blame the roster, not the coach.
Yeah. Yeah, Vogel would be better with Oso and Dunn. He'd be good for Oso. I would have loved to have seen him get a chance to. I would have loved to have seen him get a chance to coach Ayton. You know. Yeah, Garden, man. I think it will. I think it has to. Ooh.
We had it down to 5 and had a good look from the corner. Didn't go in. I thought we were very, very close to getting over the hump for most of the fourth quarter. We needed to make one more play. So last 2 or 3 minutes, they got that separation back. But I think it was 95-90. We had a good look.
Coach, this is 6 losses in a row. I think it's the longest losing streak of the season. I know you didn't foresee anything like this coming into the season. So what do you make of what's going on right now?
Yeah, I mean, the guys, they left it all on the court. I think 92 shots, offensive rebounds, turnovers. They did everything they could to give us a chance. It hasn't gone our way. We haven't been good enough. So we got to keep our heads up. We got to stay together. Got to try and find a way to get a win. It can turn things. So, we go home. We got to try and find a way to get a win.
Another thing I had was just like pretty bleak as far as getting the play. I mean, you guys would have to maybe win out. Other teams would have to lose out. How are you wrapping that around the guys and trying to get them to understand that, knowing that it's really can't lose another game?
No.
Yeah, we're down to 4 games.
Dwayne Rankin with a great question, but guess what? That means he's going to have to get the team to be motivated and rally, and that's not happening.
Tuesday, getting a win. If we can get some wins, going down the stretch here, see what happens with those other guys. That's all you can do is just go to Tuesday and get ready for that and take care of what you can.
No matter what happens with the how important is it that Ryan and Oso continue to build a good rhythm heading into next year?
I mean, Ryan and Oso are both just focused on this year. I mean, they've been great for us. All the opportunities that they're getting are good for them, but it's about this year. It's about right now. They're trying to help us win games. That's how they're built.
Really? They're trying to help you win games? Well, you certainly wasn't helping them
you
trying to win games in January and February.
In the fourth quarter, Beal started to seem like he got into the best rhythm he's been in since he's returned from injury. What does he do to the offense when he's in that flow state?
Oh, Bradley Beal.
Yeah, no, I mean his ability to kind of attack the paint, get to the basket, beat his man off the dribble. If they're kind of in the pick and roll game, shifting and showing a crowd, and he catches it kind of on a go and catch and can just get on top of the basket quickly.
Hey, money, it's definitely Suns fans. Duke fans can be sad, but whatever.
There's a lot of talent there.
They have a winning
it felt
culture.
like he got into a little bit of a rhythm in the second half, which was good.
What was the challenge with OG tonight, the way he plays?
He had a little bit of everything. He's shooting the three ball, it seems like, at a really high rate. And then just using his size and, his burst to get into the paint and finish. Cutting hard, coming off of screens hard. But I think it's the shot making when he mixes in the shot making. Both from the three, made it kind of a tough two, isolated. He did a little bit of everything tonight. He had a very good game. Thanks, Coach. All right, thank you guys.
He's like, get me up out of here, bro.
Press conferences have been getting shorter and shorter because reporters are tired of asking the same questions over and over and over.
6-game losing streak, bro. This is a 6-game the most losses in the season, dude. It's crazy. We're numb to it.
Jover.
Absolutely.
Jover.
Like, he might as well have just sat up there and said, "We beat Medicare." And then Rankin could say, "Yeah, he did. He beat it to death."
Man. But anyway, it's
Jover.
They asked him the question. Dwayne was like, "So you basically got to win out, and then the Kings have to lose out. Are you rallying the team around that fact?" And Bud's like, like, what do you mean? Like, I was such a, I don't want to say dumb question by Dwayne Rankin because he's actually a good reporter and does his job very well, but like you can just tell that question was just like grasping for straws at this point because they're trying to ask the same questions over and over again, bro.
Yeah.
Like these reporters are like writing the same stuff down on their notepads.
They didn't want to ask him again about his job security.
Yeah, bro. Like they just didn't want to do this. So they're like, "Are you rallying the team even though you have this impossible feat basically in front of you where you have to hope this team collapses while your team actually magically decides to beat OKC, Golden State, and that same team at the same time?" Like, no.
We're on to next season.
Well, for now, we're on the Golden State, but yes, we are on to next season.
We're on to next season.
And what do we have in store? We're going to have plenty of trade talk, and hopefully we got some good off-season ideas.
Absolutely.
And
I
think
this off-season is going to be good for the channel.
For me and Gabe. It'll be lots of fun.
Got to come up with a logo. Maybe I'll have Grok make it for us.
Ooh, I like it. We're on to Burner says, "Let's get out of here, bro. I'm done. I'm tired of it. I'm tired
of it." Well,
at
least you can sing us away for once.
That's actually true. It's been a minute. It has been a while since I've been here. Appreciate everybody in the chat, in the community. Y'all the best. Rebrand the team, he says. In the meantime, Suns lose. Suns lose. How about that, boys? The Suns lose. Never been better. Never been better.